Right, hang on. Hang on a second. Right, let's press play. Oh, let's picture my boyfriend. Picture my boyfriend straight away. Oh, Atarha Perkin is live. Yo.
Wake up, baby.
Wake up, baby.
Big, wake your ass up. Come on.
Yo, big, wake your ass up. Come on.
Wake up.
Wake up.
What the fuck?
I'm up. What the fuck?
Now it's 5:45. We got the 7:30 flight.
It's 5:45. It's 6:45.
I hear you, dog. I hear you.
I hear ya.
Yo, take down this information.
We got the 7:30 flight.
Remember the something. Can you do that?
Yeah, write this down.
Alright. Like 5:04.
504.
Leaving Kennedy.
Leaving Manchester.
Oh. Cali?
Going Cali.
We gotta get this paper.
I'm down. Alright. I'm up.
Alright,
Yo, big.
I'm up.
I'm up.
Are you up?
Like 5:04.
Alright, 7:30. I'm gonna meet you at the airport.
Go on, it's 5:04. It's 6:45, baby. Right, we're not singing it. It's not a sing-along. It was just that first bit, wasn't it? Oh, and I'm not even looking. Right, brilliant. Just that phone ringing. Oh, we up, oh, we up, oh, we up. Okay, so, excuse me. So, thought come live. Did you wonder where I was? I was busy, wasn't I? Okay, so today we are live. If you want to interact, please do. And it's the 3 R's today, in Rebecca Atarha Perkin, that's me. Okay, about this channel, if you come onto my channel, guess who you're going to meet? You're going to meet me. Our identity, that's what it's about, isn't it? So nobody in the whole wide world can come onto my channel, onto your channel, and complain about any of the content. That is just like me going into a DIY store, trying to buy a pair of shoes in it, and then complaining to the manager, you've not got any shoes. Well, why are you coming into a brick shop? Why are you coming into a DIY shop? You know, I want to buy some stationery. So why have I gone into a restaurant? Okay, if you're coming into my channel, you get Rebecca Atarha Perkin, the first star. Second R, the resurrection. Jesus rose again for us. Oh, I have been crying, I must admit, last couple of days. And, you know, Jesus died for us. Jesus died for me. I can't even get someone to lend me a tenner, do you know what I mean? Yet alone someone to come and die for me. So the resurrection. Okay, so Jesus was resurrected for us, and in turn we can resurrection, okay, ourselves. So if Jesus can be brought back from the dead, well, then I'm sure we can be brought back from, you know, traumas, bad habits. We've gone off the straight and narrow, we've gone off our path. It could be anything, couldn't it? So nothing's worse than being brought back from the dead, is it? So today, Rebecca Atarha Perkin, you're in my channel, and what I'll talk about is your happiness, your identity, your personality, and taking life into your own hands. Now, resurrection from Jesus was brought back from the dead, so we can be brought back from any state, any position, anything that we're in. We can be brought up and raised again, can't we? Okay, and then the last one, the last of the 3 R's is realisation. That's our 3 R's today. So Rebecca Atarha Perkin, resurrection and realisation. Okay, so like for example, so realization, that's our superpower today. That's our superpower today. And we're back to business. We're coming back to it. I'm going to show you what I have been doing because I haven't been sat idle. I have been sat there. And like I said, I was a little bit upset about Jesus's crucifixion. Nearly said, God, Judas nearly slipped out my mouth. And that's quite interesting. That's a definite Freudian slip. So I was crying a little bit and a bit upset and what have you. You know, Jesus died for us, and I do need to remember he was brought back to life, and it was for our sins. And God, do you know, this wasn't nailed down. Hang on a minute. I did take it from wherever, so I'm a sinner from, you know, minute number one, aren't I? Right, okay. So realization, that's our superpower. And I am bringing it back to business, made of money. My goals, my dreams to be a multi-millionaire, to leave a legacy and to build up an empire. And I've got no doubt in my mind, and I realise that I can do it. I realise that I can do every single step about this. And realisation is yours, is mine, it's our superpower. Right, so for example, right now I will use my boyfriend as an example, but it's just examples. It's like just so you can you put it to yourself now, don't you? So my boyfriend could hope that I love him. He could just hope that I love him. He might feel unlovable or damaged, you know, and none of us are damaged beyond repair, are we? Okay, none of us at all are damaged beyond repair. He might then, you know, he might hope that I love him. And then as time goes on, he might have a little bit more faith. He might have faith that I love him. And then the penny will drop eventually, won't it? And this is what we're coming to now. The realization. Well, now he realizes that I love him. He realizes that. And that makes you very different, doesn't it? Once you realize that, you can be confident in it, be self-assured in it, be your true self within it. Okay, and main thing, to be yourself. Okay, now I talk about your personality, to work about your personality and to look at yourself objectively. Now, two things, you know, look at yourself objectively. Well, I'm a right miserable bastard, aren't I? Well, do things that make yourself, you know, happier, more earnest, more whatever. And on the other side, to look at yourself objectively, well, I am a patient person. I am a hardworking person. What else could you be? Look at yourself objectively. You know, I am confident, self-assured, hardworking, imaginative, creative. You know, look at yourself objectively. Do look at yourself objectively, because then you find your true identity, don't you? You find your true identity. And can you remember ages ago? And like I gave a bit of an example saying, you know, through life, you know, you are yourself, you were born, all you could do was cry as a baby, wasn't it? Because you couldn't talk, could you? And then, like as a parent, it's changed colour. I say, no, it's not. You know, and the baby's crying. Well, is it hungry? Is it tired? You know, and then it starts to learn words, doesn't it? It's not a cry baby. It's just that's their way of communicating. So then you start saying the word. Oh, do you want your din-dins? Are you going bobos? Do you want your bok-bok? And then they start picking up words and vocabulary and, you know, sentences, and then they can start to express themselves, and the crying lessons, and they can express themselves and, you know, say what they're trying to say, don't they? Okay, so now your identity then is you were from a baby, yourself, and then things start adding on to you, don't they? So like post-it notes. Well, Rebecca's not very good at spelling. They might say that at school, might they? She's not very good at spelling. Rebecca I don't know. What else could they say about me? Rebecca's a right miserable bastard, isn't she? Could say anything, couldn't they? Okay, Rebecca's can't cook. Or, what was it called? Highway. I'm going to mention you in a minute. I love your comment. I did go on your channel, right? I am Rebecca Atarha Perkin. If you come onto my channel, you do get interactive, please. You know, it's an invite. Do get interactive on my channel. Hit the thumbs up, guys. Get interactive. Just like Highway did. Highway Explorer, that's what it was called. Right, brilliant. Anyway, so amongst time, and then you've got childhood traumas, haven't you? You've got learnt behaviours, bad patterns, bad habits, all these things. And then you look at your own personality. Because that wasn't me. I didn't tell myself I couldn't spell right, did I? I didn't say I was a miserable bastard, so we've got to strip all that away now, haven't we? I didn't say I couldn't cook. I fed kids for 28 years, no one's died on me, So, and then, we strip that away because you're stripping these things away and trying to re-find your personality so you can find your identity for your own success and victory of things that are easily accomplished and easily achievable for yourself. Okay, so that's why it's so important, your happiness and your personality. Now, you will be happy. Well, I will be happy when I'm a multi-zillionaire. I'll be dead happy, won't I? But it's about being happy now, isn't it? And I promise I wasn't going to do this. Keep going off on tangents. It's you're finding your true self, what makes you happy now, and with your authentic self. You look back to your childhood. I love drawing, I love doing Lego, I love building things, I love creating things, I love being adventures and exploring things. Who's the true you? What do you love doing? And what made you happy? Because now I've explained, a few ways, everyone else as well, how to make yourself happy. Well, pray to God, meditate, go out in nature, eat well, have a nice hot bath, a cold shower, go and see friends and family. What makes you happy? Because if you're coming from a sad place and you're lying on the city and you're crying and you're feeling hopeless, well, you end up like in a catch-22, don't you? And, then you're drinking, drugs, being preoccupied by the telly, escapism, seasonal adverse disorder. We're sad because it's a rainy day, and all you do is like capturing your own misery, your own inner conflict, your own downward talking to yourself, so you have to build on your happiness, work on your happiness. It's an everyday battle. It's an everyday struggle. And, it's taking your life into your own hands. You can't blame other people. You blame yourself. So when someone comes onto my channel and wants to make me, luckily for me, no one has. It's just an example. If they're saying, hey, Rebecca, your channel's shit. Well, if you want to work out how to build a wall and you're looking for someone building, brick walls, why would you come onto my channel if I'm selling shoes, if I'm doing a makeup tutorial? You can't blame my channel. You blame yourself for turning up at my shop. So there's the door. There's a million other channels, a million other shops, and, don't let the door hit you on the way out. And you're very welcome to kind of, please yourself, aren't you? Okay. So that's like one thing. So our identity, our personality, our happiness, our dreams, our goals, our desires, and to be very selfish. And, I've mentioned, to be very, very selfish before, because then you get what you want, don't you? And if I'm very selfish, I love designing board games. Next thing, I've got, a range of board games, and, it's filtrating into society, and it's, bringing a lot of entertainment to a lot of people. So it actually benefits people, me being selfish, and you get what you want. So now this is just a complete example. and you always apply it to yourself. Forget what I'm doing, forget what I'm saying. It's just about you. My channel is about you, your happiness, your success, and your victory. Okay. And the realization that there's no doubt in my mind that, you know, you will achieve it, and failure is not an option. Are you listening? Okay, so being selfish, right? This is just a pure example. This isn't even real. This is just an example, right? And I'm just going to say me and my boyfriend, right? Now, you put yourself in, you're my boyfriend, right? It could be anybody. You could be anyone, okay? Now, I could walk into the room fully rigged up, couldn't I? Sexy as fuck, couldn't I? Got the full rigging on, haven't I? I've got the stockings, the suspenders, the leather, the lace, what else? The feathers. You know, I've got a jar of peanut butter in my hand. I've got it all, haven't I? Right. Now, my boyfriend can be very, very selfish at that point, can't he? He can turn around and go, well, God, look at your hips. You've got no hips. Look at your bowling ball head. Look at whatever. Look at the phlegm. I have just spat. Right, I've just spat and it was dead phlegmy, but luckily it didn't catch the camera. And this is exactly my point. Look at you spitting while you're talking. It wasn't even spit. It was like proper phlegm. He could say that. So then next thing, walking through the door in the stockings, suspenders. I've got nipple tassels on as well, haven't I? Nipple tassels, feather boas. You know, I've got it all on. A bit of leather. I've got a leather whip as well with me. I've got the full lot, jar of peanut butter. Right. And he's saying, look at you coughing up phlegm. Look at your hips. You've got no hips. Your hips don't function. Look at you, you bowling ball head. And the next thing, I'm at the door, fully rigged up in all my suzies, crying my eyes out. I've got mascara dripping down my eyes now, haven't I? Lipstick smudged to the side. Look like Kiss, but without the makeup. Okay, so if he's going to be selfishly, you know, that's what he's saying. Well, that's what he's going to get coming towards him, isn't it? Me, stooped down, bent over now, you know, psychosomatic, pertaining to your mind and your body. When it's a sunny day and we're all doing cartwheels and we're all stood upright. And when it's a rainy, cold, miserable day, we're all there like that, aren't we? Psychosomatic. Okay, so now if I walk in, okay, exactly the same. So I've got my boyfriend, I walk in fully rigged up, all the fishnet stockings, my 6-inch killer stilettos. Oh, hot to trot, sexy as fuck, aren't I? And I walk in, he's like, oh, I love your inner thighs, I love your hands, I love your voice. I need to hear a lullaby. I can't sleep without you. Well, next thing, I'm perked up, aren't I? Tits a little bit more forward, shoulders are back, and I'm shimmying in, aren't I? Even sexier, more desirable, what you know, and now I'm dancing with me whip and I'm dancing with me feather boa and I'm doing all me what they call me shimmying, you know, on your shoulders, da 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 da, and me tits, blah blah blah. Anyway, next thing, he's the happiest man in the world. He sat there with me giving him a lap dance, and you know, with my boyfriend couldn't be happier if he tried because he was selfish. What do you want, darling? What do you want, babe? You know, you tell me. If you're going to come like that, look at you with your hips, with your phlegm, with your head, with your whatever. Well, all you're going to do, I look like Kiss, but without the makeup. Who sang that song? Interaction, hit the thumbs up. Who sang that song? Look like Kiss, but without the makeup. I can't remember. He could have that walking towards him, or if he, you know, wants to be selfish and he wants this lap dance, he wants this attention, he wants this affection, he wants my undivided attention and love and spoiler energy and hot to trot and some sexy bastard dancing for him. Well, tell me my hands look nice. Well, I'm there, you know, flicking me leather whip and, you know, my feather boa and you know, seductively pulling on me bra straps, whatever it might be. What version does he want walking towards him? Okay, now then you apply that to yourself. What version do you want, well, to feel in yourself? And then what version do you want coming in towards you? So that's why you have to be totally, totally, totally selfish. You get what you ask for, don't you? Okay, so your identity, right now. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you a few things, aren't I? Oh, just going to show you a few things, aren't I? Right, just two things from work, right? So I'm just a Wendy's girl. There's nothing just about me, is there? I am, the ultimate Wendy's girl. Right, and you embrace your personality. And look at me in my workplace, I've signed to embrace my personality. It's as simple as that. Did the training on the computer, embrace your personality. All right, thanks, Wendy's. I certainly will do, and I certainly have done. Okay, now someone came up to me, my mate came up to me and he went, Rebecca, whoever, some fucking horrible bastard has said, could you tone your personality? So I just went, well, no. And that was the answer to that. No, I won't. But I just said no. Anyway, and then luckily me and whoever had been out for our breakfast, showed you on this. And I picked up this. Anyway, so I pulled his hand over. I put that in my mate's hand. Can you tone your personality down? No. Tell them no. Tell that fucking horrible, miserable bastard. Tell them no. And then give them that. And then I wrapped his hand back up, didn't I? Okay. And then he opened his hand and he burst out laughing. Right. Can you see it? We take it with a pinch of salt, don't we? The answer is no. And I will take it with a pinch of salt, won't I? So that's one thing. Okay, so it made me laugh. Now, at my place, right, I've made myself a coffee and I've got a roll up as well next to me because I do know this live's going to be like hours and hours and hours and hours and hours long. Okay, now, we do iced over drinks, right? Now, I do make these, for the general public. Okay, and it says enjoy life. Oh, I've got a bag downstairs, and it was like, I don't believe in coincidences, mate. I do not believe in coincidences in the slightest. And I picked up a bag the other day from the dollar store, the pound shop. And it said, follow your dreams and goals. And on that particular day, I picked up a few things towards my goals and then ended up with the bag. What are the odds of that? I don't believe in coincidences. And embrace your personality. Now, here it says, enjoy life one sip at a time. Now, we know that, don't we? We just do one step at a time. We don't ever concern ourselves with the hows. It'll all line up. If you can imagine it at the end, well, you take one step at a time without worrying about the hows and it'll all align. Okay, it will all align. Now, personalities, character traits, that kind of stuff. I am a manipulator, as I'm sure every single person in the whole wide world is. But then it depends then how you use that superpower. Another superpower, I'm a manipulator. So I make these drinks for people and they love them and they go away smiling from ear to ear. And I always place the cup this way around so they can read it. And, I'm sending them off with a good send off. Oh, what does it say? Enjoy life. So I'm sending them away with a very positive message. Enjoy life. It wasn't even my message. It's someone else's system, but that's what we're going to do. Create our own systems. And that's what we're doing. Our push throughs, our breakthroughs. All of us can use the tills at Wendy's, but could you program your own till? And that's what we're doing today. So they think, these general public that I serve, think that I'm sending them, positively on their way, don't they? Enjoy life, I think I'm saying. Right, now I'm not going to turn it around. Okay, it's got the name on the back and it says Wendy's on the back. Right, so I'm past them out, so they get it like that. They're like, oh, enjoy life, thank you. But really, on the other side, it's got the name of where they've just got this drink from. So then they're walking off with this drink, enjoying life. But really, on the back, they are fully advertising where they've just got this iced over drink from, aren't they? they are now being manipulated by me to go and advertise Wendy's, because I work there, don't I? Or my shop or your shop or whatever the case may be. And, you know, when people walk past with food and drink, you do kind of like look up, you know, not because you're being nosy, it's movement and reflection. So it captures your eye. Someone's eye drinks caught someone else's eye. They didn't get the message Enjoy Life. They just see the advert, don't they? Okay, and subconsciously, subliminally, it all goes in. I'll have a little sip of that as well, won't I? Right, I'm getting a bit hot here now. Right, so just going to quickly show you, and I'm going to be very, very careful. Right, so wait a minute. Right, hang on. hang on. Right, hang on. Right, so I was busy. So it's real time. I'm doing all this in real time, real people. We're doing it together. I don't know, you know, your situation and all the rest of it. And you apply it to yourself. You know, we're taking away the stigmas, aren't we? The hows. Okay, so now I wasn't doing nothing. Okay, so now I didn't actually do it in the 2 days. I did it last week. Right, hang on, just got a bit of cellophane. Right, I did it last week. Now, you know, things happen to everybody. And so I was on my city. Okay, and this could be for anyone. Your whole world might have crashed and come tumbling down to your feet. You know, the whole world might be gone wrong for you. You know, your boyfriend's just run off with your mum and your sisters and your dog, and you know there's peanut butter everywhere, isn't there? You traumatized. Your whole world's gone wrong. Your whole world's gone wrong, and it's raining as well. It's raining outside, and you suffer from seasonal adverse disorder as well. You can't see the sunshine, can you? Now, even in that state, you can have 1,000 steps towards your goals and dreams. Now, luckily for me, I wasn't, you know, it's something that kind of preoccupied my mind, but, you know, nothing terrible, you know, nothing kind of traumatic, nothing like that. But I was on the city and I was watching a couple of things on YouTube, right? Anyway, so even though I was on the city, I was still making progress and still making forward movements, right, towards master plans. Now, my master plan is the board games. Okay. Now, I didn't do that, right? Now, my son's master plans, okay, is the cookbooks with a USP, unique selling point, right? So I showed you the first book, kind of, because I can't really show you, because it has got USP. But then I've passed that on to him and his girlfriend, Michelin star chefs, you know, cooked around the world, all that. You know, with collaboration, he's given me whatever, you know, meals, whatever. I've created the book and then, you know, printing this and that, filled it in, and then I've given it him back, and then, you know, it's up to them. And, you know, even if they just do one a day, and there's the photos in the book, well, it'll only take 2 months top. So, you know, how? Well, even one step at a time, one photo at a time. The maximum it'll ever take is 60 days, 90 days is 2-3 months, Okay, now I've sent him the first one. He came and collected it, sorted through it, loves it, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and he's taken it away. So now it's in their hands. Okay, I can't do any more help with it. Okay, but so then I've moved on to the next one. Now, how? Don't worry now about the hows, right? Oh, it's just cellophane. I've got plastic wallets, right? So Now, I carried on and I've made more of these books. Now, I actually don't need to. For one, it's not my master plan, but that's totally beside the point. It's my son. I'm not a pushy mother or, no, well, only once he went in and he wasn't saying, Mum, don't be overbearing, but I was doing whatever and he went, right, Mum, remember, don't be overbearing. Okay, but he wasn't actually saying it like that. I've actually said that before. Right. So what I did, okay, because obviously I can't ever help myself, right? I'm going to just do it sideways and slide it over. And I can't show you too much. Right. So I then, on the city, and it don't matter what mood I was in, don't matter what I was going through, okay, I then made the full range of books, right? There's nothing in them, so don't get me wrong, okay? It's just a part of it. Patience. What was I doing while I was waiting? I was on the city. I might have been a bit upset about, something I'd just heard, I'd just seen. I wasn't going to capture the mood or, be preoccupied with it. A little bit. I'm a human being, just like everybody else, but I didn't. I carried on with it, didn't I? Okay. Loads of them. Another one. Okay, cable ties, plastic wallets, and a bit of cardboard. That's all it is. Just got to be a bit careful. But luckily for me, nothing's written on this. Okay, and that's my, what did I need? A little bit of sellotape. Okay, luckily for me, someone gave me all the cable ties, 2 colours. So I've got one for when I was in the middle of the project, and one, and that's like a key. It's half done. Right, it's done. The ones with the white cable ties, that's done. Or it reminds me, cable tie, it does remind me of my boyfriend. No comment. He went mad, but I wasn't saying that. Right. So there's only one that's complete and it looks dead fat, but only because I did each page with cardboard, and it's just to create the space. It's got the exact right amount of pages in the right amount of order. Okay, a cable tied it together, and now it's just ready for whatever to be, the content then to be kind of filled into there. So how? Well, that's how I did it. You lot know me. Love pen and paper. Not the best at essential digital skills. And so I did a course, to improve that, to learn what I was missing, the skills I'm missing. Right, so now my son is great on computers, dare say his girlfriend is too. So I've passed along the one book as the complete book, and now it's up to them to finish it off, right? How? So now I've made all these. It might have been a waste of my time, not really all that bothered. I love doing it. I could sit there all day. That's a complete one. Okay, I'm just going to move that one a bit out of the way there. That's out of the way. That's another 4-1. I didn't put card in it. I've just done the right amount of pages. It's all counted. I've been through it again and again. Okay, so that's another one. That was a done one. That one's a done one because look, it's got white cable ties. And then this one isn't. This one isn't a complete one yet because I ran out of plastic wallets. Right, now I still persevered. Okay, it's A4 with an A5 on top, but really the book will be whatever size it's going to be. It's none of my business. That's not my design. Right, now how? So really, when my son puts the first book on digital, when it's all digitally, the templates, I'm just gonna hang on. Right, hang on a minute. I'm just gonna put these down without trashing it all, aren't I? Or is this gonna go? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Done. Right, now my son will then pop it on the laptop, won't they? And a folder. So what is it? A folder and a file, let's say a folder and a file. So now he's put, so I've done it. So he's give me whatever. I had the idea. He's give me the contents. I've put the contents into then a 3D actual book, and then I've given it him back, and then it's up to them to like produce it. A, to produce the content, and B, to produce it as an actual produced book. Right. So then how? So he will put it on his laptop, won't he? He's got his folder, he's got his files, page number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got his, front page, he's got the contents page, he's got a description page, he's got an introduction page, he's got whatever. I don't know. Well, I do know, but it don't even matter. You apply this to yourself completely. Completely apply this to yourself, your dreams, your product, your service, whatever it is, you take your life into your own hands. Right. So now he will put it on the laptop. Okay. And then from there, he's got the template for it. So I might never have needed to ever have made them books. For myself, it makes it easy for myself to slip in the meal, and then pass it back to him, and then it's easier for him to see it as the actual book, rather than imagine page number 1, son. Imagine page number 2. Imagine it looks like that. Imagine page 10 looks like that. Well, no one needs to imagine anything, do they? I've made it. It's in his hands, and he can flick through. Oh yeah, see what you mean. Okay. Then they'll do it professionally. Mine's amateurish, don't even matter. Okay, so then when it's on his laptop, and he's got his whatever, his first 10 pages, got the meals, got his index page at the back, okay, and it's been created. Okay, so the next thing, you can move images. All you're doing, essential digital skills, is moving images in it. Okay, so he takes away the contents then, doesn't he? Takes away all the content, and then all he's left with is a template. So then book number 2 is just swapping it in it. So we'll change that menu. For that menu, we'll change that contents page to that contents page. We'll change that index page to that index page, so on and so forth. So you never, ever, ever have to worry about the hows, do you? Okay. Oh, there she is. Pretty as a picture. Pretty as a picture. Right. Have a quick sip of my drink. Right. Now, God, 36, 37. That's what we are. That's the time we're in. Okay, now I need to find the page. Right, oh, hang on, double hang on. Right, hang on. I need to stick that down, don't I? I don't want to see that, do I? That horrible place. That horrible place, wasn't it? That's what we call it, that place, don't we? Hang on. Right, so what page we've just been using? Couple of particular pages, haven't we? And that's our business template. Try and find it quickly. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do next. And same for yourself. So it's real time, real people. If you're on my channel, this is what we're doing. Okay, if you want to learn how to build brick walls, well, if you can't make a correct decision on what channel that you're entering, on your head be it in it. Right. In fact, you know what? Oh, it's not there, is it? Hang on. Right. Oh, and this is what I was going to say. Right, now it's real time, real people, right? And I know we've done this before, and that's fine, right? That's fine, right? And no, I didn't. I got a little bit organised before I started. I've got a marker pen on me. I've got a normal pen because in case. I just think this might just actually take too long, right? I've got a marker pen because I'm going to be using a scrap piece of paper, and it might have information on it, right? So obviously I'm going to cross that out. Now, there was 15 steps to our business plan template. Now, if you have missed it, please do go back on the lives. They're mostly very clearly titled and I've put the business ones all in its own playlist. So forever and ever and ever, you can always, it's there for you. You might not have caught the live, but it's available to you, and it's in, quite a good order. It's, it's in quite, good order. Oh, I can't stop doing this now, can I? Need to fold that down there. Hang on. Right, can't help it. Right, so that's that. And so I didn't get overly organised. I thought, no, we're doing it together, aren't we? And, behind the scenes. So it's like, right. So I will be getting it in order, in real time, in front of your eyes, won't I? So I am the one and only Chesney Hawkes. One hit wonder, wasn't it? Okay, it only took that one for his push through, didn't it? He only had to do it once, right? And behind the scenes, okay? So now I do have to be extremely careful. Right, so we've got this, right? And that really is everything that you need. Okay, now I don't know. I think I spilled coffee on it, didn't I? I spilled something on it, right? So now that's that in it. Right, now this is like full of everything. That's got everything that we need in it. Okay, but really, it's just been condensed to that. Now for these books, now I got a few notebooks a bit ago, didn't I? Can you remember? And I showed you. Now they were like 69 pence each from whatever supermarket. My friend hates this supermarket, but only because of some of the staff there. So now I like spit on that. That's why I won't even name it, because I agree with my friend. Or do you know? Wait a minute. Hang on, like it's not. Yeah, it is. Right. Anyway, hang on. Let me just give it a little wipe. Right. So we're moving on now, aren't we? So I've got these notebooks, didn't I? It was only 69p. It's not called it's spending money. It's called, for myself, it's called making money, or for yourself, finding your identity, finding your happiness, finding your personality, and living the life that you want to. That's all it's about. That's what my channel is about. Dreams, victory, and success, is inevitable. You got to ditch all the negative self-talk, ditch all them post-it stickers. Rebecca can't spell, Rebecca's an idiot, Rebecca's fucking whatever she is, Rebecca's on crack, Rebecca's fucking whatever. Well, they're stigmas, aren't they? They're stigmas for one, so A, we get rid of them, but two, well, Rebecca might be a crackhead, but Rebecca's a person first. Get rid of the stigma. Rebecca, the crackhead, well, that makes no difference to me. That's a stigma, and that's something that will stop yourself. Oh, no one's going to believe me because I'm a crackhead. No one's going to believe me because I'm a crackhead. Well, I'm a person first, and that's what you're holding on to. That's what we're holding on to, and we're pushing through the stigmas, breaking through the stigmas. Rebecca's not anything. Rebecca's herself, and I will embrace my personality. And I strongly encourage you to do the same, because that's where your victory and success lie. And do find joy and happiness in the little things. And like when I showed you that, manipulation, a little bit of manipulation there. I'm telling the customers that really they're walking around advertising it, but the bottom line is I'm getting a little cheap thrill, aren't I? Every time they walk out the door, I'm having a little inner chuckle, a little giggle to myself, knowing what I've just done. It's harmless, very harmless, good for the company. We've now got walking adverts, haven't we? But a little cheap till it made me a little bit happy for a minute, didn't it? And it was at no one else's expense, no one else's harm. My happiness. Where do I find joy and happiness? Oh, in the small little things, just like that. That's where I find my happiness. Right. So then I've got this book, haven't I? Right, I've got this book, empty book like us, in it, empty canvases. Right, now, this is the live that I was going to do today. So, fast forward, if you just joined us, fast forward that last 45 minutes, 30 seconds, 4, 5, 3, 3, 4, 5. We are escalating. We really are. We're escalating. Build up, it's a build up. Right, now, I've got some sheets of blank paper, I just got to be a bit careful. Okay, that's our blank paper from old, junk mail. We'll just call it junk mail, won't we? So what I'm going to do is, I've got to be so careful, I might try to show you while not showing you. Right, so that's a piece of paper. Right, don't show you the back. That's another piece of paper. In fact, that's like 4 because we're going to cut it in half. Right, real time. So get your pen and papers. Okay, get your paper from anywhere. Old envelopes, old cereal boxes. What else? Anything. You get your piece of paper. So that's 4. So I need 15, don't I, for a start? Okay, real people, real time. But really, right, where's my pen? Where's my goddamn pen? Right, I've lost it. Like, damn. Right, I found my ashtray, but I've lost my pen. Right, but I have got a marker. Right, really? Right, now, I've already done this for each of my master plans. I've already done this, right? So now I'll say I'm 2 steps ahead of you, aren't I? I'm 2 steps ahead of you. And now we don't ever compare yourself. That's a negative trait, and you ditch that one too. Hit the like button while we're at it. Interaction, please. Okay, so now, are you jealous? Are you envious? I'm 2 steps ahead of you, right? Don't ever compare yourself. You'll never win that battle. You'll never win it, right? So then I say, well, I'm 2 steps ahead of you. Am I comparing? It don't really matter because there's about 1 million people, 1 million steps in front of me. So am I in front or am I behind? Well, it doesn't even matter. Everything happens when it's to divine timing, rely on that, trust in that, realization, you can do it. You are capable of doing it. You're patient enough to do it. Organize, or if you've got no idea, well, you follow my channel word for word, and you just, instead of writing, board game, you write garden furniture. You write private investigation. All you need is a license. That's your policy. What's your legal policy? It sounds very, very, official. Well, actually, all you need is a license. I used to be a sports therapist. Massage, hot and cold treatments, manipulation, again, manipulating people's joints, stretching people out, that kind of thing. And all I needed was my insurance. It was like £100 a year or something. It was like 12 quid a month, a tenner a month, £100 a month, right? And I made I didn't quite finish what I was going to say ages ago. Right, so now I could go on whatever platform and pay for that virtual space, right? Whatever platform, I'll give you £12 a month, get my stuff out there, please. Okay, that's that. I'm paying for it. Or once you get attention, once you've built up your platform, well, you're getting ad revenue, you're getting people's donations and contributions towards your channel and the success and the growth of it. Okay, so you're kind of on the make then, aren't you, a little bit? Okay, now then the advertising companies, well, they've paid, haven't they? They've paid thousands and thousands. Link my advert to this person. They've got 100,000 subscribers. Okay, so they're paying for it. So somewhere along the line, people are paying for it. Whether it's myself, £12 a month, or whether it's the big advertising companies, I pay you £1 million. Put our adverts with all these high flyers, 100 million views, 100 million subscribers. Link on my adverts, and we'll pay. Okay, and I said whatever and missed the end of my point, but that was the end of the point. It is being paid for ultimately by someone. Okay, So now, right, and we never compare yourself to others, never, I'm a woman, you're a man, I'm this age, you're that age, I've come from this history, you've come from that history, I've got this education, you've got that education, you are you, and you embrace yourself, and you get the lifestyle, the life that you want. I don't know what you want. Everyone's different strokes for different folks. That's what they're saying. Okay, now, so we've got our 15. So for the first 15 pages, and I was going to do this real time, the first one, business owner. So I was going to write business owner, but really you just write on your page. So even if today you're just doing the titles. So page number 1, front page, we'll leave that at that. Oh, I'm going to have to run down. It's only on the stairs, Oh, like down. Wait a minute. So, let's see. I brought the marker up to scribble out any kind of, personal details. So, front page. Okay, so that just slips in there. Now, if you've got your book, and mine was 69 pence, double reduced from a high-end supermarket. Okay, so I've already done all these. Okay, I'm just going to cover, hang on, right, because now, right, the book, well, that's like, you see, I've got the name of that there, but really that's not the name, it's up to them kind of side. But on my board games, right, that's my actual name of the board game, so I'm definitely not showing you that. Right, now I've already done these, okay, and I just did them. I can't even turn it upside down, can I? Oh, wait a minute. Right, now I've done mine. I definitely got to hide this. I'm showing you, but I just can't show you, can I? Are you with me? Right, now, so I've got my 15. So I just did it on scraps of paper. I've done one of these packages for all the master plans, okay? And for my games, I actually did mine on the laptop, right? So, like, I've got a lot on there, right? But it's nothing to worry about, okay? This is now what you can do. Right, and it's dead easy, so don't ever worry about the hows, right? So I just did mine, sheets of paper, just showing you, scrap piece of paper, it could be anything, doesn't really matter, okay? Now that's mine, but really mine's, it is on the computer. Okay, so it looks dead thick, so you might think it looks very, very thick. Now, each page has got a title on it, so that's one of them in it, front page. Okay, what does my front page look like for the books then, what have you? Okay, really, you're just going to write it in. That's fine. Okay, now it looks very thick. This looks very thick, but what I did was I did one page. I wrote front page. So this is mine, okay, and this is what you're going to do for yourself now. And I am going to stick with it. It's going to take like another hour. This is going to take about another hour. Do it real time, right? This is going to actually be the book that my son uses and fulfills, but I gave him his pack. Right, now it's got one page with the title on it, and then what I did was I put two empty sheets of paper. So I did one, I did two for the answer, I did three, for a mistake or, a more in-depth answer, okay? So that's why it looks so thick. So please don't feel, overwhelmed you've got to do this much stuff, right? Because it's like a third of that. And I think I've mentioned it's about 45 steps in total. 15 we've done before, but I'm going to write them on the pages. But I'm not going to waste the book, because I know when I do it now, it's going to be a right mess by the end of it. You know me, it's going to be a fucking mess, isn't it? Right, so like this is like the actual book that they can use. Right, so we've got all this. I'm going to do front page. when I did it on the scraps of paper, I gave a couple of spare sheets of paper to play with, give us a bit of room. And then what was the next one? So the next one, let's get our next piece of paper. It just says the business owner. Business owner. Okay, so that's the next one. That's your next page in it. Okay, so even if all you do today is just get your paper, your books, you might not have 69 pence to buy yourself a little notebook, but you might have an old diary like what I did. You know, mine was just an old diary that I didn't use. It didn't even matter to me. That's fine. Okay, so the next title of your book is The Business Owner, and that's you, isn't it? Okay, so then I'm going to put a spare piece of paper for me to write on, another one, and I will do this in the book. Okay, and that's another one. Okay, so that's 2 in it. Okay, so it looks a bit thick. There's actually 6 pages, but really there's only 2 titles there. Okay, so looks more complicated, but really it's very simple. Keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple, stupid. Okay. What was I going to say? Right. So we've got these business plan template, and they're all relevant. They're all relevant to you getting your business, your service, your whatever into order, and to make it like legitimate, isn't it? You know, we're doing it professionally, we're doing it really, you know, it's a very real thing, isn't it? Okay, now I said this before. Now I didn't apply. I just went online. Dragon's Den. Now I'm sure they've got this in the USA as well. We've got it in the UK. I got all the details, all the questions, you know, or what have you. I did it again, wrote each one on a piece of paper. You know, no, actually, I don't need anyone to invest money in me. I'll get my paper for free. I'll get the book for free. I'll make the board for free out of coloured cardboard, because that's ultimately all it is. It's a board game, isn't it? Okay. Now, there's quite a lot, and I might just slide it in, actually. I think it's all there. I just don't want you to miss anything. Know your figures balance sheet. Practice your pitch. Know what's required from the dragons. Now, we'll change that to general public, innit? Practice your pitch. Well, mine's a board game. It's to bring entertainment, to bring bonding, so people play together, have fun together. You know, on a super yacht, it's a travel version. So, it don't take up any room. But if they've got bad weather on one of the mega yachts, they can pull out my game. And, you know, I've got hours and hours and hours of, you know, entertainment, you know. So what's my pitch? What's your pitch? Right. Now, I did it too, didn't I? Right. So that was the business plan template. Then I went online. I was going to apply to Dragon's Den, but, you know, seeing it all going, actually, do you know, I can do all of this myself. And I sent off 2 master plans, Innovate Designs, I think they were called, this company in London. And then they sent it back. Yeah, we'll help you. It'll cost you like £4,800. And these are the steps we're going to take. So, well, I'm not going to be paying that. I looked and broke down each individual step. Okay, I'll be at the back here. Right, yeah. So Innovate Designs, that's right. So then I wrote all their steps down. Additional information, existing artwork or specific text you wish to be included on the packages must be provided by you before commencement of this stage. We recommend barcodes, any regularity marks to be developed once you have selected a factory to work with. Okay, and all that. Okay, so put that back in there. Right, budget time. Okay, things like that's just basically saying, have you designed the font for your title? Have you designed the logo, the colours, the lettering, the size, the shape, the imagery? That's what that's saying, right? So it's very, very simple. Keep it simple, stupid. We put the title on one page. and then we answer it ourselves. Right. Now, everything I'm saying to you, all these, and I'm going to put them page by page by page, and you are as well. Now, it don't matter if this ever goes further than yourself, because this is for yourself. You know, I might be kind of organising myself and getting prepared and preparation for myself, that I could go on Dragon's Den. Excuse me. I know exactly what my pitch is. That's fine. Okay, now you're writing it down. I could be crying all day on the city, couldn't I? Watching what have you. I was watching Below Deck. I used to love Below Deck. Right. I could be crying my eyes out, couldn't I? But I can still write 45 page titles, can't I? I don't have to think, do I? I can just, what's Rebecca saying? She's saying business owner on page 1. She's saying business address on page 2, business email on page 3, business summary on page 4, you know, anything, it doesn't really matter. And then these would just, again, are titles, are subtitles, because inevitably it's for yourself, whether you share that or whether, well, you're to keep it, aren't you? Right, so one of them, we'll just pick a random one then. Okay, have a clear vision. Here we go. So Dragon's Den, back on imagination, back on visions, back on being a visionary. Okay, have a clear vision and plan for the future. Be realistic, know the potential limitations. Okay, so then that's my title. So my clear vision, it's a board game. There's lots of versions of it. There's an online version of it, of all the versions, and there's a travel size version of it. It's very, very clear, very, very clear. Okay, so I've got the answers then. I've got the answers. Okay, and it isn't to go on Dragon's Den. You know, a brilliant programme. It was mine and my son's favourite, Deborah. Deborah was our favourite. Okay, Deborah, help a girl out, will you? Okay, now, by writing this, you've written the titles one day, and every, you know, when you're in the mood, when you've got the energy, when you've got the foresight, when you've got your thinking cap on, you know, we'll go, and it doesn't have to be in order then, does it? So, what's the email address? Well, I've not got one, but I have got the phone number. I've got a new SIM card. So, I'll go back to and I'll just fill that out. Because by doing this over and over and over again, and by writing it down, even if it's on the keyboard and a folder and a file, and come back to that file and fill out that folder and the file and the folder and the file and the folder. By that repetition and the patience and step by step working through things, it becomes clearer and clearer and clearer and clearer to yourself. And you know, then you do know your products more thoroughly. You are more studious and more informed, and your products will be more professional, and your pitch will be more professional. And then pitch. Well, I'm going to tell my family and friends, aren't I? I'm going to tell acquaintances, aren't I? I'm going to tell the neighbours, aren't I? I'm going to tell the local town centre, aren't I? What was it? SWOT analysis, our competitions. Well, that supermarket where I got my book from, well, they sell board games. So am I in competition with the 200 board games that they're selling? Or am I thinking, well, hallelujah, there's somewhere that stores and sells them, and they could include mine as well. I know now that there is a location for my product, so it's going in and in and in for yourself. It's a service. I'm going to be a honey trapper, aren't I? I'm going to be a honey trapper, you know. We don't know why though, do I? You know, right, I'll tell you. Right, so I do get very, very upset about Jesus getting crucified, and then I get a bit tearful, a bit upset. Like I said before, couldn't even get someone to lend me a tenner, could I? So, let alone someone who'd die for me. If Jesus now was, well, because he's always with us and he sat next to me. If 20 men now ran through my back garden and up the stairs, and in my head I'm going, God, I'd fight for the death for Jesus. I love him. I'm so heart-filled. I love Jesus. I love him. I protect him. He's younger than me. He's a young lad. He's a 33-year-old young man. I feel that maternal, nurturing energy towards him. But really, he'd hide me. He died for my sins. I won't tell you where that's from. Sorry, God, I am a sinner. In 1 second flat, I'm a sinner. And he died for us. Oh, I forgot my point. Oh, yeah, right. So not to get too upset, because I do get very upset, and that I can't believe someone loves me that much that they'd fight to the death for me. Oh, it's like overwhelming. I've never known anything like it in my life, Even my parents, abandoned. Dad abandoned us when I was 6. Mother abandoned us when I was 14. God, so... if you can be abandoned or rejected or whatever, well, anything thereafter is quite minimal, isn't it? If I am what's the word, resilient person, an independent person because of it, so then for I know that Jesus died for me when, a mother couldn't even be bothered and a father, well, chose, whoever else over his family, and then to actually know that someone died for me. God, it's such a lot that, it really does upset me. And I do have to keep pulling it back going, yeah, but he was resurrected, he was brought back to life. And he had 75,000 legions of angels at his disposal, and he could have called upon them at any given minute. And he didn't, he chose to sacrifice himself and, to be, well, the slaughtered, the lamb that's slaughtered. So I and you could have the life that we want to, that if 20 guys came running up the garden and running up the stairs to come and abduct me, to kill me, to what have you, he'd fight to the death for me to keep me safe so I could have the life that I want to, so it's massive that. I forgot my point. Jesus would die for us. Right. So I was what have you. Anyway, so I watched, so I thought, I'm not going to get, I'm going to try and, distract myself a little bit. I put YouTube on, and I was watching Below Deck, and me and the kids used to watch it all the time, our friends, it was brilliant, and that's an inspiration. Do you want to get a job on a super yacht? Be the chief stew, be the chef on board, be a captain, be the captain of your own boat. And I am a sinner, I am a sinner straight away, but we break through that stigma, I'm a person first, forget the stigmas and yourself, you strip away the stigmas and you strip away what people have tried to make you believe that you are. She can't spell, she's a dickhead. Well, and then you strip it all away and you find your own personality. You get your personality back and you get your identity back. And that's what this channel is all about, your happiness. Right. So I watched Below Deck because one came up where so I watch it and then obviously one comes to another and I'm just clicking them all. Then it naturally automatically just next one's on. Brilliant. I absolutely loved it. Right. So then the next thing that came on was Cheaters. Now, can you remember the TV program Cheaters? I used to watch it all the time. It was brilliant. Oh, it just makes it crazy. Right. Now, this isn't against whatever culture. It's because it's an American program. You're like, fucking hell, Americans are fucking crazy. But really, it's only because it's an American program. If it was like a UK British program, I'd be like, fucking British, they're fucking mental, aren't they? Okay. So I was like watching cheaters, different races, different what have you. So it was nothing about race, nothing about the country, nothing about, it could have been anywhere, couldn't it? Right. And, and I do go on about cheating. Right. It's disgusting. And thank God for me, it's all in the Bible. Right. It's all in the Bible. I've got zero tolerance to it. I wouldn't accept it in the slightest. And it's not like then if my boyfriend cheated on me, I could dump him. Well, he's not there. He's already moved on to a different relationship. So he's gone. So I'm just stood there on my own, whether, you like it or not. But luckily for me, it's all in the Bible that I'm not repeating myself. I'm not even going to explain myself. You've gone. So obviously, I'd rather be invisible than abused. Right. So I was watching Cheaters because it's dead funny. Well, it isn't for the people in question. They're devastated, aren't they? My honey trap business. That's like what that is. Oh, Joey Greco. That's what he was called. Right. Now, and I do go on about cheating, and it isn't just men. And when I go on about it, it's not personal to me. It's just something that we can kind of everyone knows, you can relate to it. People ripping off your money, people stealing off you, people coming into your house and robbing stuff, people trying to move in your house. It could be anything, but cheating, you go, oh, everyone's got an opinion, haven't they? Right, so I was just watching that to kind of keep myself. So what did I do to make myself happy? Because I was quite upset about Jesus' crucifixion, and it was Easter. I had to keep reminding myself he was, he's risen from the dead. He could have stopped it. He had 75,000 regions of angels at his disposal. He could have stopped it, and besides, he was resurrected 3 days later. So. That was a miracle, the greatest miracle on earth, that told us that death, the ultimate thing, well, nothing. You could have the worst day in the world, but it'll never be as bad as you dying, will it? So there's always a comeback. The comeback is greater than the setback. Okay, so to cheer myself up, I watched Below Deck. So I've been to the Mediterranean, I've been to Florida, I've been to the ocean, Indian Ocean. I've been everywhere the last few days, haven't I? That cheered me up. And then I was watching Cheaters. Some of them are terrible, they really are. I've not watched it for years. And when I said the other day, when I put Biggie on, you weak, jealous motherfuckers, that one. If you're just a jealous motherfucker, you're just a weak motherfucker. See, all them motherfuckers just want to bring you down. Those motherfuckers don't really even know you or like you, right? I said I've not listened to it for donkey's years, but I have actually. Well, I've listened to it anyway recently, but 3-4 years ago, whatever, that was always on in my car. Eminem and Biggie, can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotise me. Okay, so to cheer myself up, to make myself happier, I had a couple of nice meals just by myself, and I thought I'll distract myself a little bit today, put YouTube on, keep it on a curve. I was cable timing stuff together, keep towards, don't matter what mood you're in, what frame of mind you're in, stick to the master plan, stick to all I'm doing is sellotaping. Made myself happy watching Cheats. It's from years ago. Good that they found out these people were cheating on them. You don't want that, do you? Right. I'm not even going to go on about this. It's just because I was watching it. It was just brilliant. I used to watch it all the time. Did enjoy it. Joey Greco. Right. Now, you either love is a matter of the heart. It's not a matter of the head. It's not a matter of thoughts and logic. Love is a matter of the heart. And my boyfriend, the realise how much I love you. Don't have hope. Oh, I hope she loves me because I'm a fucking loser. I've got faith. She is around quite a lot. I've got a bit of faith now. No, realise it. Realise that I love you. I love you through and through. Love everything about you. I'm in love with you. You know, I'm perfect for you. I'm not perfect for anybody else. God, don't get me wrong. But I'm perfect for you. Oh, I forgot what I was going to say again. About cheaters one. Oh yeah, that's right. Right. So you fall in love with people. You love people. It isn't a case of, well, I've got a Sally or I've got a Susie. Well, Sally's prettier, Susie can cook better, and it's pros and cons. It's pros and cons. Is it Dave? Is it Steve? Is it Larry? Is it Henry? Well, that's pros and cons, and that's world order. That's just, you know, yours, the world's. That's just world order. You know, I wouldn't have been right for, well, don't even matter for anyone. Again, perfect for my boyfriend. Hey, is it my boyfriend? Is it Dave? Well, my boyfriend's fucking sexy as fuck. Dave's fucking, I don't know, you know, whatever. Well, that's world order, isn't it? I'm just putting the world into order, aren't I? The pros and cons, pros and cons. That's not someone falling in love with someone. That's nothing about love. Love is a matter of the heart, not a matter of the mind, and not a matter of logic or thought or the process. What's it called? I just had it in my head then. What's the word? Elimination. It's not an elimination process. The world order of elimination process. Well, she's funnier. No, she's funnier. Oh, no, she's funny. No, she's funny. No, it's not a competition. You either, you know, you love someone or you don't. Right. So, how long have we been at? An hour and 14 minutes. Right. So, yeah, cheating. And, you know, watching that, and just because I talk about it, I'm definitely not a man hater, you know. Women just as bad as the men on that programme. Okay, so as bad as each other, aren't they? Personally, you know, if someone's gone, that they're gone, you know, and you can't even dump them, they've already kind of gone. So you've got nothing to finish, nothing to end, nothing to walk away from. You just stood by yourself anyway. Right, so that's that. But I wasn't even going to talk about that. Oh, hang on, gonna have a little burp. Excuse me, a little sip of my coffee. Right. Now, how are we going to do this now? It's going to take ages, isn't it? Right. So we've got our book. Really, you're going to put each title on each page, aren't you? Just the title, and then you come back to it, fill out the bit you can, leave the bit you can, fill out the bit you can, come back to that bit that you can, fatten it up, thicken it up, beef it up, and the more you put in, it's for yourself, isn't it? It's only for yourself. If you want to go on Dragon's Den and send yourself stuff off to whoever, you know, well, it's all in order. But really, you're getting it in order in your own head so you can work from it. It's yours. It's your master plan. It's your dreams, your goals, your desire, your happiness and your lifestyle. How do you want your life, you know? How do you see yourself? Right, so I'm just going to read the titles and then I'm going to pull out that bit. I'm probably not going to write it down. I was going to actually compile the book in front of your eyes together, but I'm not sure I've got enough paper anyway. Right, well, let's stick to it. Right, so we've got the front page. Right, we've got front page. I'm going to pop that, slide that over there. Right, what was the next one? Okay, we've got the business owner. So that's your next page. Okay, and then you leave a page or two so you can fill it out. Okay. Then what was the next one? Okay, business name. Gonna have to do it in this, aren't we? It don't matter. Right, business name, is it? Yeah, business name. That's your business name. That's your next page. Okay, doing this yourself. If you want to run a service, a business, a company, create a product, it could be anything. You can apply this to anything. You apply it to yourself in your own life. That's most important here. Okay, so got the logo. That's that next page. Okay, this page, right, we've got a page there. Okay, business. Okay, business phone. I'm gonna do this on the same page, but do one title per page, or 2 page, or 3 page. I'm just gonna do this just to save a bit of paper for a minute. And like I said, I wasn't very well organised because I'm going to do it really. I'm doing it really with you, the fuck ups, give us a minute. You need a minute, and that's fine by me. Okay, so business, phone, got phone, sorry. So email, business email, business. Okay, these are more detailed in previous lives. So business, email, business address. Okay, that's that for that one. Okay, so that's our next page of your little book. And like I said, for myself, got to hide that. I just did it on scraps of paper. Don't matter, as long as you get it clear in your own head. That's where, reprogram your mind, reprogram yourself. Resurrection, whatever deaths we've been through, whatever shit you've been through, you resurrect yourself, you reprogram yourself, and you redesign yourself like the phoenix rising out of the ashes, in it. The Tower card, that's what it is, in it. Okay, so then the next 2 pages, right, hang on a second, just gonna do that, just so I can rip these pages in half. That's gonna rip it in 4, can't I? Oh, you can't see through this. Right, so real time, we've got business owner, business name, business logo, business phone, business email, business address. Not everyone needs a location, do they? Your business might be a YouTube channel, So who's the owner? It's you. What's the name, or what do you want the name of your channel to be? Oh, my mate, Highway Explorer. Hey, right now, right. So business address, business summary, business whatever. I can't remember where I'm up to. You need to just be a bit careful, don't I? Right, business address, right. So might be a YouTube channel. You don't need an address, do you? Right, my mate made a comment, and it was perfectly fine. I appreciated it. I liked it. It made me laugh, and it was true, actually, 1,000,000,000,000%. And I told him, oh, you're dead right. You're not wrong. Right. So my mate, some random stranger, wrote a comment on one of my shorts, one of my video shorts, whatever. I'd done this dinner, and then he wrote, that looks undercooked to me. and he was right. He was totally right. So I did leave him a comment going, actually, my mate, Highway Explorer, you're dead right. The potatoes were just done. The lamb was a little bit overcooked, but right. Potatoes were just done. The tomatoes were perfect. And the tomatoes was the only thing I got right, didn't I? Right, so I ate the lamb, ate the potatoes, ate the tomatoes. Okay, it was delicious, absolutely delicious. Right, and then I had a big, massive belly pork joint. Right, and he was right, it was undercooked. Right, that's fine. Okay, did it real time, real life. What makes you happy? A nice, good meal. Okay, look after yourself. You're worth it. Right. So then I just wrote the comment back, you're right. No problem. Thanks for your comment, blah, blah, blah. And then I said, so then what I did was, ate all the rest of it. It was delicious. 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10 highway, 9 out of 10. And then the belly pork, I sliced it into I let it cool down, put it in the fridge. Wasn't going to eat it that day or for that meal. And then when I did come to have it, was it for me dinner or, Valerie, oh, hi, Valerie. Very welcome. Very welcome. Stay with us, Valerie. Stay with us. Pleasure to have you on. Thanks for the interaction. That's it. Thumbs up. That's the interaction. Right. So then I said to him, so then the next day I'd cut it into like centimetre slices, put it back in the oven for, half an hour one side, turned it over, half an hour the other side. So it was in for like an extra hour. And then when it came out, when I ate the next day, had it with whatever else, can't remember. Trying to think, what did I have it with? I can't remember. It was perfect. It was tender. It fell apart. It was exactly right. So in its big chunk, it probably needed like another hour or two, so my mate was right. And then what I did was cut it into centimetre slices, put it on a plate in the oven. I'm fine, mate. Thank you very much for asking, Valerie. I'm great, mate. Jesus rose today, thank God. Thank God for today. Thank God for today. That's all I can say. One just crucified and left there, thank God. So today I'm like dead happy, Valerie. I'm really, really happy. One of my very favourite films, one of the girls is called Valerie in there. I promise you, I watch it all the time. One of my favourite films, Mistress Hunter. It's on me post. It's in me playlist movies. Valerie, can you help me, please? It's Carl. He's cheating on me. Watch it over and over again. I fall asleep to it. I love it. It's a brilliant film. Right, so I made this belly pork, and by the time I finished, it was perfect. Right, so it melted in the mouth. It was delicious. The guy was right. It was undercooked. I corrected it, give myself opportunity to correct it, and it was delicious. I did then 2 dinners, didn't I? Got 2 dinners out of it. Right, now, me being me, not you, Valerie, not you. Are you 10? I don't think you are, because no under 18s are blocked. You're blocked from this channel, so I dare say you're not 10. You might be a 10 out of 10 or a size 10, but you're certainly no child, because no children are not allowed now. I've already already done my settings, so whatever. Right, so Highway Explorer. So me being me, if you come into my channel, you're going to get me, and guess what I'll do? I'll come onto your channel. Let's see what you're all about. Let's see the credibility of who's talking to me. I've done that every single time, tell you. And one guy had started kind of saying some fucking nonsense. Went onto his channel. One of his shorts was just this shit with his face on it dancing around. It's like a meme or whatever. His face, because it saw it on, his channel. Picture his shit. A big fucking turd. How disgusting is that in the first place? So then I just exposed him. Well, you're the one with the big fucking shit on your channel. It says a lot about you. It says nothing about me. Anyway, I went on my mate. Thanks, Highway Explorer. If you're following this, thanks for your comment. It was brilliant, and I love the interaction. I did answer. I know you got it, and put love hearts on, us all. And I went onto your channel, didn't I? And I did, because I left a comment on your channel. And oddly enough, he's like some cabbie of a big massive truck. It's this guy, this truck driver in the USA, in America. And in his cabbie, he had like this pan, and he was making bacon and eggs, I swear to God. So I went on this guy's channel, went on to a couple of his shorts. Let's see what you're about. He's like this cabbie driver of this, big Arctic lorry, whatever they call, this big massive truck, this lorry. And from Netherlands, very nice, near Sweden, Amsterdam. I've been to Amsterdam. That's another story, though. Oh, God, I'll tell you that story. I might tell you that story. Hey, Valerie, I might even tell you that story. Anyway, so then he'd done this show, this little video, whatever, and he's like making bacon and eggs in his cabbie, like proper frying it up, a full fat fry up, UK at a British cooked breakfast. We have them all the time. We're like famous for them, aren't we? British full cut breakfast, full fat Friday. So on his show, so I then commented, because I'm not devious, I'm not deceitful, I'm not sly, I'm not snide. I didn't do it underhand and incognito. I'm there, I'm right there. So I then left a comment and he's going, oh my God, that looks perfect, half each. Where's mine? I don't get embarrassed at receiving packed lunches, takeaways, bring it, drop me, send it through the post, obviously, send me some. It looked delicious, it did. So I wrote, so come on to my channel, I'll find out exactly who you are. Okay. And then I did write a comment on his. It was brilliant. I was so grateful about that. It was absolutely brilliant, and he wasn't a cooking program. He was like trucking around America and showing, exploring. Can you say my name? Valerie, Manchester accent, Val. Do you prefer Valerie? Hey, I prefer, I'm only known by Rebecca. Rebecca, that's it. My mum, it's Rebecca. It's Rebecca. Okay, and the same mate, the amount of, God, fight for your own identity. Fight, fucking hell, it's Rebecca. How many fucking times I have to say it? Fighting just for you to get your name right. If I went into Wendy's where I work and kept calling it Windies, I think they'd have a problem. So you stand up for your own rights. And about my neighbour and the fence, and she keeps putting it, it's coming through my garden. So I just keep shoving it back over. So it's on the floor. I'm going to break it. I look like the aggressor. Valerie. Mitchell. Is that your surname? It was Mitchell, Michelle, Michael. Sister was called Michaela, and that's what's in the film, Valerie. That little girl's called Michaela, and my sister was called Michaela. And, sadly I lost her. I only found out about it 5 years later. That's beside the point. No, honestly, we've all come from somewhere. And, you embrace your life, resilient because of it. And, whatever. What was I saying then? What story was I telling you then? Valerie Mitchell talking about my mate and his house. Yeah, anyway, so I think his channel was travelling around the USA, showing you like exploring from his cabin. It was brilliant. He didn't have a lot of subscribers, so it wasn't, this big whatever, just a normal you and me, just a normal person. Right. So, Valerie, what was I going to say? Oh, God, I went to, years ago, and I was actually pregnant with my daughter. Obviously, me being my name's Beck and I'm a fucking wreck. Right. Went to Amsterdam, didn't we? I'm sure I've told you this story before, but I will tell you. Right, Valerie, so from the Netherlands, and I think the closest I've been to you is been to France a few times, but Spain, Portugal, but I've been to Amsterdam, only ever been once, right? Brilliant place. Didn't even really buy any weed, to be honest, when I was there. Because of who I went with. So you could be in paradise, but if you're with the wrong person, you're with the wrong person. Right, so I'll tell you my little story about going to Amsterdam. Went to a diamond factory, went to all the cafes, saw all the buildings. They're all very narrow, aren't they, Valerie? And it's about tax, about you pay your tax in Amsterdam, I can only talk about. Your tax of your house is paid by the width of it. So to get over that grey area, how we're going to do it? Well, they made the houses narrower and made them taller, and they've all got a hook out of them. So it was a pulley to lift all the furniture up. Am I right or am I right? World travelled. Right, so I went, so I was pregnant. I was pregnant with my daughter, so it was 27 years ago. I think only just kind of pregnant. And I went with my sister, who, well, home wrecking whore, one of them, not the one that's died, unfortunately. Another one, home wrecking whore, that's her. Went with her, and then our friend Sam, this girl. So it was like a girls' holiday. Me, my sister, and this girl called Sam. I have definitely told you this story before. Anyway, so went to Amsterdam, 59 quid for a flight, and then like we stayed like in this youth hostel, tenner a night or something, all dead nice, really, really nice. And anyone can do it. That's what I'm talking. I'm not showing off, going look and world travel. I'm saying anyone can do it. Them flights to New Orleans, £412 for a return flight, 17 hours. It's cheaper for me to go to New Orleans than to go to Cornwall or to go to Scotland or to go to London. How ironic's that? Anyway, so went to Amsterdam, me, my sister, who like pretends she's dead quiet, but really she's like quite sneaky or quite sly, let's say. We'll just say that. I've not spoke to her for years. Don't want to strip all these people out of your life. Get rid of them all. Get rid of it all. And Sam, this girl, right now, I think Sam had just had a baby. She'd just had a baby. And her boyfriend, partner, what was he called? God, I can't remember. Bunny, that was his mate, Webby. Right, so Sam had this baby with Webby. Right, so then there was me, my sister, and this girl called Sam going to Amsterdam just for a few days, just for a breakaway. A girls' breakaway. We need a break, don't we? I've already got a baby. I had my son, and I was pregnant with my daughter. Still have a little bit of a smoke, but not getting too excited. Anyway, so we went to Amsterdam, and then she went, well, my boyfriend Webby, his mate's going to come with us, Bunny, this guy called Bunny's going to come with us, because we're 3 females together going to Amsterdam, where, drug lords and, sex workers, all of it, it's all going on. And we stayed actually in the red light district. We did actually stay bang in the middle of the red light district. Anyway, so then Bunny, her boyfriend's mate was coming, wanted to keep us safe. Right. Now, in actual fact, it wasn't. It's because they were having an affair. They were like, she was cheating on her boyfriend and he was betraying his best friend. Right. So it was fucking disgusting. By like the end of it, well, not even the end of it, it was fucking horrible. So then me and my sister, she's like, I'm the protector, even though she's older, because she makes out she's like prim and proper and needs protecting, whereas really she's the biggest trouble causer and home wrecker and like that. So like I then am the protector. Anyway, so because them two are carrying on in, like, we've got this joint room, this a room for 4, and all that. And then they're like going, hey, we're just going to have a shower. Well, you have a shower first and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so then, right, well, like, we've had our shower. Well, we'll go to the first, cafe, go and get a coffee and what have you. And then they'll come later, and it turned into all that. And they weren't. They were just fucking carrying on with each other, weren't they? A pair of disgusting, horrible bastards. Right. And so then it was disgusting. So then what I ended up doing, and my sister, we spent all our spending money for Amsterdam. We spent our spending money getting flights out of there. We just got the first flight, didn't even tell him, you 2 pair of dirty, horrible bastards, you've just had a baby, you've left your boyfriend at home looking after the baby, and you're shagging his best mate, and you're fucking sleeping with your best mate's girlfriend. Get me the fuck out of there. Gone on the first flight out of there. Spent our spending money getting out of Amsterdam, not because of the place. I'd go back again, but with the right people, right person. But people come up to you, you want crack, you want heroin, you want anal sex. Oh, no thanks, I'm fine, thanks. I just want a coffee, mate. Just a coffee and a bit of a spliff. I'm fine, thanks. Got ourselves out of there. It was fucking awful. The guy didn't protect us in any way, shape, form or fashion. It ended up it could have been 3 girls, and then we're supposed to have this bodyguard mate, and it ended up, because them 2 were lying, cheating bastards, it ended up being being two very young, vulnerable girls, me being pregnant, just, newly pregnant at the time. First stage is kind of whatever of pregnancy. God, we couldn't have been less safe or less looked after if you tried, So, and then when we got bought the flights back to Manchester, and then it only went as far as Wolverhampton. So then we were stuck in London, then weren't we, like 3:00 in the morning? Luckily, my sister, it was a complete compulsive cheated on her husband, home wrecked. She's got 7 kids to 6 or 7 dads, home wrecked them all, got houses, absolutely. Don't speak to her. She's fucking disgusting. Get that out of my life. That's not how I roll at all. And so then she phoned up her husband, Hiya Lee, can you come and pick us up? We're in Wolverhampton or Birmingham, whatever it was. Luckily, he came, his mother looked after their kids. He picked us up, and then we're, back home, go back home. And so, thanks, Valerie. I have been to Amsterdam. Thanks for the memories. Okay, so that was that. I have been to Amsterdam. I would go back again, I promise you I would go back again. Absolutely, beautiful. The tulips of Amsterdam in not solar power, wind power, the windmills, massive it is, and it's an hour away. It's an hour away from me. It's 59 quid. It's, nothing. Suppose you could swim if you really wanted to. Right, so business phone, business email, business address. So that's your next page. Okay, so I'll write these next 2, but really do a page each. Just do a page each. It's just because I'm trying to look after our paper, and that's just me though. And like I said, I wasn't organised, wasn't particularly prepared. I want to do it real time. You're doing it really, and this is what we're really doing. And the bottom line is, you could be on your device, your electrical device, on your laptop, on your phone, and just be typing it in. I'm down to pen and paper. It's up to you kind of how you do it. Don't worry about the hows. But if you just want to follow me, all you need is, pen and paper, and your dreams will come true. They can come true. Yeah, I am, quite well travelled, and I could go on about myself all day long. But anyway, okay. So business. So I am someone to follow. Then, if that's what you're saying, But you're here to be the leader in your own life, aren't you? Don't matter what I've been up to. This, that, and the other. Okay. So business summary. Business summary. Okay, that's one page, isn't it? Okay, next page, business aims. And you keep coming back to these pages, and you keep filling it up. Get it in your own head. Program your own head. Okay, so then the next one, why do you want to run your own business? So why do you want to own your own business? Okay, so that's one page, isn't it? So that's our next page. Next one, education and previous experience. If you had to pitch it, well, I've been playing board games forever and a day. I've got a master's degree in computer design, and I don't even know what is it, and everything relates to your build-up of what you've become today, what you can change about yourself today, and what you want to become. As long as you can imagine it, you can become it. Okay, so the next one, education. And, I have gone into depth about this. You might not be educated, so I'm only writing the titles today because we're just writing our book today, aren't we? That's all we're doing today. Nothing descriptive, nothing in depth. Education, I want to make garden tables. Well, I know how to use a hammer and a nail, and that's like about as good as it gets, isn't it? But I make a basic one, your tabletop and your 4 legs. Next thing, I learn how to put the joints in properly. Next thing, I've got bolts on the floor and it's a heavyweight and I'm making them for mega yachts. Education and previous experience. It don't matter. You are starting from the right point, starting from now, wherever you are, you're at the perfect point. Or as well, if you know nothing, I know nothing. Well, that's probably even better that you've not learned and picked up really bad habits. So education, previous experience. Okay, that's our next one. Okay, what are you selling? What are you selling? Right, now all these, you've already got these on the list. We've done these ages ago. Right, hang on, because I'm just going to rip paper up now. They're going to get smaller and smaller and smaller, aren't they? Right, but really, when I come to them packs, I'm just going to, it's already written down. We'll do it together. Real time, real people. We are real people, and we're changing our lives. You're changing your life here. Okay, describe. Okay, important words these. Okay, describe the product or service. Says it right there. Describe the product or service that you're selling. Wait, am I right here? What am I selling? Describe the product. Stroke. Service. Okay, you're selling. Okay, so describe it, not explain, not tell us, describe. And you're doing it for yourself. The more you describe it, the clearer it all becomes in your own head, in your own mind. Okay, describe your target market customer. So describe your target. Oh, a little cross there. Oh, love you, God. Thank God for Jesus. Thank God for God, honestly. Ask and you shall receive. It says it in the Bible. Customer. So describe your target market, your customer. I need to be careful with the backs of these, don't I? Oh, honestly. Right, hang on. I'm just going to rip that off. Hang on. That's what I brought the pen up for. That's personal. Not my personal details, where the letters came from. Right, so get us a couple more. Right. Honestly, first draft, even if this is messy and it's a first draft, that's fine. We upgrade it, we improve it, we upgrade it, and it becomes easier and easier, and it's step by step. And by the end of it, you'll achieve it. You just got to be patient. That's a power, superpower, to be patient and consistent, determined. That's a superpower as well. So, market research findings. And that's where you have to always be thinking. Market research findings. It's why you've always got to be concentrating on your personality. Look at yourself objectively. Not give yourself a dressing down. Aren't I a piece of shit? Not saying that. Yeah, look at yourself truthfully and honestly and try and kind of, I wasn't organised. Well, next time I will be more organised. Or, do you know, at least I'm doing it. Look at myself objectively. Yeah, at least I'm doing it. You know, see the good side in what you're doing. You know, and that's what you build on, don't you? You can either change the other things or, you know, use that as your strengths. So that's that one. So I can do that into another two, can't I? Right, so what was that one? Market research. Okay, marketing strategy. Now, I have explained, these before. I'm going to ask my friends and family, and then I'm going to tell all the neighbours about it. I'm going to get a T-shirt with the name of my product on it. I'm going to put leaflets through everyone's letterbox. I'm going to put an advert in the newspaper. I'm going to get all social media platforms and put it all out there. That's my marketing strategy. Mine, I'm going to travel to Monaco. I'm going to travel to Saint-Tropez. I'm going to travel to St. Lucia, I'm going to go to Florida. I'm going to go to all the harbours. That's my marketing strategy. And I'm going to take all my travel versions, selling them, which will fund my own travelling and make me millions, get to them super yachts, get to them mega yachts. And then eventually I'm going to, will I buy one? 180 million pounds of it, or will I just go on one for a week with me and the kids and stuff? £1 million a week, don't know. Can't wait though. I'm excited now about it. So what we're saying, marketing strategy. Marketing. So that's your next page, that's your next title. Okay. And then you come back to that page. Well, what is it? I'm going to make posters. I'm going to get a T-shirt. I'm going to travel. It could be anything at all, couldn't it? Right. So that's that one. Okay. So then we've got our analysis, our competition. SWOT analysis. Okay, so is it what's your competition? How did they sell it? How did they promote it? What does their box look like? Is it in this supermarket with everything else? Do they all do it? What's the environment? What's the industry? How can, not so much to compare, but theirs looks really bland, so we'll make ours look really vibrant. That's to benefit yourself. That's like, and that's like my channel. Everything will resonate with you. When I've done tarot card readings, it'll all resonate with you. I think your boyfriend's cheating on you. No, it's fucking not. Well, there you go. You've got your answer then, haven't you? Yeah, I actually think he is. Well, there you go. You've got your answer. It's always going to be right and resonate with you, isn't it? Okay, so they've got a stand. It's in this place. Oh, should I go there because there's I want to start a restaurant, don't I? Well, there's 1 million restaurants on that road, isn't there? So I've got no chance. Well, actually, because there's 1 million restaurants in there, that's what attracts people there. So then they've got all these options to walk down, your strip, and then, they'll come into your restaurant because they're already at the place where all the eateries are. Okay, so that's your SWOT analysis. Okay, just let me rip my paper up. Hang on. I won't put... hang on a minute. Right, hang on. Right, I'm starting to think I need a cig now, mate. But luckily, I've got roll-up. It's roll-ups, not on cigarettes day. So I've got loads of tobacco, save loads of money, save 100 quid. Okay, and that's my flights out of here. Right, so I'll write these 3, right, but really it's 3 pages here. Right, so, okay, we have got pricing. I have explained these. Okay, how much does it cost to make? How much does it cost to produce? How much is your raw things that you need? How much to distribute it? Be real. How much time? How much of your knowledge, information, education, skills? That's your pricing in it. And expenses, it is different. I didn't explain it properly, but it doesn't matter. I have priced out expenses and cash flow, and it's dead easy, I promise you. Cash flow forecast. Is there an A? Yeah. Okay, so that's 3 pages. That's 1 page is your pricing, Then you turn it over. Next one, expenses. Next one, cash flow forecast. I'm just saving paper for now, but really it'll be going directly into the book. Just thought, I'm going to make a mess today. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real, people. And really, it'll be, directly in the book, won't it? But I have actually I've got mine's on the computer. I've given my son the pack ages and ages ago. Just come to it one at a time. When you're in the mood, just do it one at a time. That's fine. That's that one. And then next one, profit forecast for the next 6 months. So profit for the next 6 months. And list of policies. So it sounds official, but the policies you need are the policies that you need. So if I want to be a honey trap private investigator, well, I might need, Joey Greco. What did he say? They're a licensed company. So what license do you need? And that's all you need in a policy. That's all you need. List of policies. Okay. And your computer business protection in it. You're just protecting yourself, aren't you? Protection. And what's under there? Security policy. Keeping your right security. Okay, so that's like list of policies. It's really one, but you could break it down. It's up to you. Okay, so that's 4 pages in it. So I'm going to click that in. Okay, try and do it. So like trying to show you while not showing you. Okay, so we've got our front page. This is what you've got now. So you've got your little book. It was 69 pence. Going to put one title per page, and then you keep coming back to it. Consistently. Keep coming back to it. So you've got your front page. You've got your business owner, got your business name, you've got your logo. Give yourself space, a page or two afterwards for you to work in. It's whether you use it to give out as your business plan or you're using it to get it clear in your own mind, in your own head. It's very important to yourself and your own victory and success. Okay, business summary, business aims. Oh, I need to just watch the back of that, don't I? I forgot. Okay, why do you want to own your own business? We've talked about all these before. Education, previous experience. What are you selling? Describe the product, service that you are selling. Oh, wait a minute. I've done one. Oh, done two. Oh, no, hang on. Oh, right, don't matter. Market research findings. Marketing strategy, SWOT analysis, your competition, okay, pricing page, expenses page, cash flow forecast page. We have talked about these few things before. Profit for the next 6 months, list of policies, business protection, security. So that should be like your first 15 pages. So for myself, when it looks dead thick, what I did, it was only 15, but because I did 1 page and gave myself 2 blank pages to play with, for every 15 pages is like 45 pages. So it wasn't too much. It wasn't overwhelming, was it? Right, so that's your first pages in it. Right, so I'm going to actually pull all them out and take them away, but you've got the gist now, haven't you? And you can rewind it and go back and do it again. I'm taking it out only because of the details on the back of the sheet. So I'll just quickly pull these out. Have a sip of coffee in a second. Honestly, if not, it'll all be falling out and I'm like, oh. Right, tip it out, that's done. Okay, so you've got your 15 first pages, haven't you? And we have done them before. And that's the secret to your success. Repetition, doing it over and over and over again, and realization. As soon as you realize that you can do it, it isn't hope, it isn't faith. Have faith in God, have hope in God, and realize God's there. Realize that you can do it. As soon as you realize that, you'll become a completely different person. Right, so I will pop that away for now. Okay, we have gone over it before. Not finished yet. Unlucky for everybody. We've not finished yet, everybody. I don't even know where the pause button is. Valerie, are you still there? Oh. Enjoy life one sip at a time. Mine's coffee white with one, double coffee. Right, now I'm gonna... Right, so now I wasn't organised with this, and I can't show you mine because it's got my name all over it, I think. Right, this one's mine. Right, because I've put the name on mine, and I don't want to put the name, I don't want to show you the name of it. Right, I think... Right, fingers crossed now. This is the full set. So there's about 30 points. I'm just going to read them to you. I'm not going to elaborate, and I'm not going to even put them in the book. But each one of these sheets of paper, you put on your one piece of paper, give yourself whatever space, you want. And you can always staple extra sheets of paper in, it can't ever be wrong. Right. Now, I'm sure this is in quite the right order. Okay. And like I said, I've got, done one page, got a blank page. I've just got to be careful I don't show you the name of my games. Hey, trademark, copyright. You saw it here first, didn't you? Okay. So know your figures. Balance sheet, profits and loss, right? So I went on the site on the computer. I was going to apply for Dragon's Den. It gave you like these 6 question things and then like 15 what they'll ask you on the show, right? So now I'm going to just read them out to you. Keep this video anyway. I'm going to obviously... upload it as soon as it's finished, or you're watching it live, you're doing it with me, do it with me, just do it really do it really change your life, really do it, take heed, do it. Okay. And then the innovate design, again, I'm just going to read the titles. I'm not going to write anymore because you get the gist, and you just get it in your book and you just write these next 20 things down these pages. And even if that's all you do today, that's fine, because then tomorrow, well, I feel like designing a logo, or I already had a logo in my mind anyway. I already knew what it was going to be called, you thicken it, you build on it, you upgrade it. It's first draft, second draft, third draft, fourth draft, whatever it is. So the first one, know your figures. Balance sheet, profits and loss. So my board game, how much does it cost to create? How much does it cost to ship out? Well, that's how much it costs, the same as a piece of cardboard, doesn't it? Okay, it isn't different. You've only got to ever do it once. Like me at Wendy's on the till, digital till. I'll have it's Rebecca on the till. They're taking it away. They're having a cappuccino. They're having some hot chocolate brownies. They're having whatever. It equals that much. They give me a £5 and the change just rings out itself. It's on the cash card. Press cash card, done. You are creating your own till. You're writing your own system. You're creating your own till, okay? So it's entirely up to you. How much is a laptop? How much is a solar panel? Did you have to spend £30,000 getting an engineer's master's degree and it's done safely, it's done properly? And then what are you selling it for and how much profit are you making? Because you're in it to make a profit, and it's not embarrassing to be talking about money. I was born 1976 and it was, a bit of a taboo subject. We didn't even talk about money, I think. I can't remember. Okay, and then I've got my blank piece of paper. Okay, next one. Practice your pitch. Practice your pitch. Know what you want from the dragon. Well, I want the money, I want their investment, I want the time, I want the business skills, and I want all their contacts, don't I? That's what I want from the dragons. That's what I want. So I've got this fantastic game. The world's going to love it. I can make it into each individual culture. I can make it private for private people. What's my pitch? It's a piece of cardboard. It's a fantastic game. It's hours and hours of pleasure and entertainment for people. It's a one-off purchase, a one-off buy. It doesn't cost anything to run it. No electric. It's not an electrical item. It's a one-off. So even if your house or super yacht ran out of electric, you can still play this game. And it's a one-off purchase. I don't have to keep buying more and more and more of it, and nor does it cost me electric every time I'm playing it. It's free. Once it's bought, it's done. What I'd like from you, on all your contacts, all your mates, all your, what they're called, not your contacts, like your people in it, your whatever, that's what I want from you. Your factories, your whatever. Okay, so read that again to you. So get this clearly. It's, practice your pitch. Know what you want from the dragons. Right, I know why it's not in order now. Right. Right, hang on. I'm going to carry on. Right. No, that's right. I think we're right. Right. I'm not sure if it's exactly right, but it doesn't really matter. It's all here. Right. It's just all. I'm just going to keep calm and carry on. Of course, it's not perfect. It's scrap paper and it's our first draft. So practice your pitch. Next one. Have a clear vision and plan for the future. Be realistic. Know the potential limitations. Okay, so say one of my limitations, the adult version, it's for adults only, over 18s. So I couldn't even be selling it to children. I couldn't even be selling it to the parents of children. So I've eliminated like a category, haven't I? I've eliminated a customer, one customer, kids in it. Okay, but really I've got a baby version, I've got a family version, so everyone's kind of welcome. But the limitations is, well, I don't know, my computer skills. I don't know what's the limitations. Oh God, I was going to say two things a while ago. Yeah, that not everyone wants to play games. Not everyone, it's not everyone's cup of tea. Not everyone wants to play board games, do they? So that's my limitations. It's not for everybody. Okay, so next one. Right, now it's for yourself. And if you can answer all these just for yourself, it'll enrich your vision of it all. It'll make it clearer. It'll put it in some kind of order and you'll be able to move forward with it more easily. Okay, so beware of potential criticism. Know your business inside out to have the answers to potential concerns. Well, not everybody likes playing games. So then, in that case, I've done an online version. Anyone that is an isolated, alienated, private person, they can interact on the game online and keep their kind of, privacy and all the rest of it. Okay, but I'm not going to go through them like that. I'm not going to describe them. I will do next time. I'm going to put them all in the book myself, and I will do. Okay, mention your successes so far. I have mentioned this before, right? I did put the baby version out. It's amazing. It's brilliant. And my granddaughter came round, and my grandson, it was only about one at a time. My granddaughter, should I say, right. I put it out a couple of times for them, and it's an actual game, the baby. All of them are, right. And I've made display tables for them, excuse me. Anyway, my granddaughter, she started playing, threw the dice, moved around, whatever. Anyway, the next thing, she's like running around the board, like dead excited, like she was like proper playing, Monopoly or Trivial Pursuit. She was like playing it like a proper game. I couldn't believe it. And when my grandson, who was one, and I've the baby version, and I've given him this part of it, the components, and he was there playing with the components, biting the components, loving it. Well, that was my market research, that I pitched it to two actual children, like an 11-year-old and a 1-year-old, and they absolutely loved it, and they actually saw it like a real game and were very excited. That's just two. So I'll say, you ask your family, you ask your friends, you look at the other games that are available online and all the rest of it, okay? And that's your market research. Mention your success so far. Well, I have made it. I did do a computer essential digital course at whatever. I did do a business course, so I could actually actualize it. My success so far, I did meditate and pray to God and got the downloads, and then had it in my head, then drew it on paper, then created it on the dining table. Okay, and then I stopped when thinking, well, actually, I just need to put it on the laptop. I did write, it was a factory in China. How much will it cost to produce all this? They just gave me a price, like going, don't even want to know the size and the shape and the components, and forget that. Didn't even know what I was talking about, But either way, that was me being confident, having faith in myself. What was the word we said before? Realization, realizing that I can do it, I can create it, and I've got no doubt in my mind about it. That was my success, actually getting the board out and having two actual children playing it, and they were very excited. And then it was like, for a minute, they forgot it was my homemade board game. They were playing it excitedly because it's a dead fun game, and it's funny and it's humorous and it's my wit. And, they were actually, I think, forgot it was like a homemade thing that Nana's made. And next thing, they're running around dead excited, So that was success in my eyes. Okay, and then my blank piece of paper. Make your product relatable to your target customer. A clear solution to a problem. And every problem has a solution. It's as simple as that. Every single problem has a solution. We did it, didn't we? Wrote all our problems on one page. Alongside it, wrote a solution. Get rid of your first page, and all you're left with is the page of solutions. Done. Okay. So make the product relatable to my target customer. So like I said, it might be a hermit that stays at home that don't want to leave their own house. Fine. I've done an online version, haven't I? Okay, I've done the family version, but as an adult, you don't want to be playing the family version if you're out with all the girls having a laugh, getting drunk. You want an adult version. So that was relatable. I've made it relatable. Okay, so, and there's my blank piece of paper. I promise you, I've done this myself. Okay, acknowledge the competition and current market. Okay. Competition isn't always a bad thing, okay? It means that it's still in demand, supply and demand, the same as your body. You demand it, it'll supply it, and that's why you can have the perfect body, your perfect business plan. What's the demand? Can you supply it? Can I do a baby version, which is sensory play, the textures, the colours, the sounds, the feelings? Can I make it sensory? Can they go along and it lights up and it crinkles, or it feels rough, it feels furry, it feels smooth? Acknowledge the competition. Is my game better than the next game? Because it is sensory play. it does appeal to, people with any children, people with kids with special needs, acknowledge the competition. How would I plan to change buying habits? Well, Renee, what is your new unique value? Okay, how can I plan to change buying habits? Well, rather than, you're buying games consoles and you've got to each, it's £500 in it for your games console, then it's £60 per game, then you've got to the running cost of the electric. Well, mine isn't in it. I'll change habits. You've only got to buy my product once and that's the end of the cost. Done. That's how I will change buying habits. What is my unique value? Well, it's a one-off buy and it brings everyone together. It's entertainment, can be played anywhere. My unique value, I can make it personal for you as well. It's got an objective that, because of the objective, I've made lots of versions of it and I can make a private version for you, a cultural version, a country version, a private version, a personal version, because it's got an objective to it. So that's my unique value. Okay, plain piece of paper. So it's only half as bad as what you thought in it now. Right? Now, that's very optimistic, very positive in it. Okay, sell yourself as well as your product. Well, I'm an Aries, dead funny. We're like the funniest, most humorous, wittiest, comical, we've got wicked sense of humour, entertainers, confident, so I'll share this entertainment. I don't mind being this, the butt of the entertainment. I do if you're kind of taking the fucking piss and taking, mocking me. Well, that is a big no-no, but I don't take myself too seriously. I can have fun, but these things, it will be done seriously, and it's very humorous. It's very risque. As an Aries, we are a risque bunch. A bit too much, I suppose, don't know. Okay, be confident, passionate, and personable. So I can talk to you, can't I? I can say, hey, I'm quite witty, I'm quite confident, quite entertaining. I've had the confidence to kind of step up and do this channel. And this is like a bit beside the point. But then this will help me be more confident when I'm in a harbour, in Saint-Tropez, being confident, passionate and personable about my product. It is funny. It is humorous. I did get myself across clearly. I could pitch myself well. I could pitch the product well and describe it very well. So sell yourself as well as your product. Be confident, passionate and personable. So your personality, your identity, claim your identity back. Find your personality and claim it back. And by personality, I don't mean we're celebrity personality and be like Tom Cruise and, and all that. Your personality. So if you're a very serious, studious person and you're trying to kind of teach people, how to build foundations safely before you build your mansion. Well, that's your personality, is to be serious, to be safe, to be competent, and to be educated, to be clever. That's your personality, isn't it? So you embrace your personality. Okay. Look at yourself objectively. Well, that bad attitude, that's going to get me nowhere in any workplace. So I'll flip that, I'll focus on that. I'll be a little bit more personable, what have you. Or my personality, it is funny, it is welcoming, everyone is included. I'm like that. So I'll embrace that, I'll keep all of that, I won't change that. And I'll use that as well as one of my strengths and one of my selling points. Blank paper. I'm a blank canvas. I'm a blank canvas. I'm open for anything. I could now design myself to be in any way, shape, form, or whatever I want to be. I can do it. Failure is not an option. Are you listening? You know, I can even, what did I say? I'm a manipulator. Put it that way around. They're walking off like a walking advert. I can quite equally be a blank piece of canvas and recreate myself, you know, yourself, recreate yourself on our blank piece of paper. It's for you. Do it. Okay. So now, this is when I was like going, hang on, I think I've got it wrong here, but it doesn't even matter. Okay. So, name of business. So then it comes to this like number one. This is like what I was trying to say when I first started it. Going, I think I've like got it a bit wrong, but I think it all relates, and I must have put it in this order for, you know, some kind of reason. So, name of business. What's the name of your business? Make it, you know, that like a tongue twister, isn't it? Oh, pardon the pun. You know, make it not even so much snappy, rhyming, that it all begins like Sarah's sugary sweets, you know, memorable, make it memorable. P is private investigation team. Haley's honey trap, home wrecking whores business. Yes, you are. Okay, no comment. Blank canvas. You're creating yourself, reprogramming yourself, you're building yourself back up, and, you know, one step at a time. I'm just giving you all the titles together. Okay, putting them in your own book, and then you come back to the pages. Well, it's dead easy to do a logo, a little bit harder to do the policies. So I'll do the logo today. I'll leave the policies, you know, till next time. You know, do the bits you can do, and then it'll narrow down. You've done more and more and more, and eventually you're only left with 5 steps. Might be a bit tricky, might take a little bit longer than, you know, your first one, but, you know, you're down to your last 5 stages. That's it. We've cracked it. That's your breakthrough. You keep pushing through. You just don't stop. Okay, describe your idea in one line. Oh, a board game. Done. Blank. That's me. Blank canvas. What do I want to be? How do I see myself? Imagine it. Amount of investment required. Well, we've talked about this as well. These pieces of paper were free, weren't they? That was 69 pence, wasn't it? Don't need anyone to invest any money into my thing. You know, I've got my job at Wendy's, so that's my contingency plan, your backup plan. You know, that's sorting the bills out for now. That's, you know, paying these, you know, plastic wallets, you know. What were they? £1 for 40 from the pound shop. You know, it was nothing, was it? So, amount of investment required. So I didn't need anyone to invest anything, you know, into there. And, you know, it was all my idea. Well, God's idea. It was God's download. Thank God. Thank you, God. You know, in front of everyone. Thank you very much, God. Thanks for the downloads. I couldn't have imagined it by myself. I've got the humour and the entertainment value, you know, and that's what I kind of put into it. And that's my blank page, honestly. Okay. Percent of shares in exchange. So that's if I was coming to Dragon's Den. Hiya, I just won £1 million and I'll give you 2%. How'd you like that? What? No, fine, I'll do it myself then, innit? If you want a job doing, do it yourself. That's what my mum used to say. No, she didn't. That's just an old saying, innit? Okay, blank page. So I think I read this one the other day, didn't I? So I'm just going to read this quickly. Okay, now remember, you press pause, you screenshot it, you fill it in your notebook, computers, you type it, or you can read it out loud. You could put this, me now, pressing play, and laptops can listen and type. They make a few like typos, don't they? But you can, my laptop anyway downstairs, I can just say it and it'll automatically type, auto type, whatever it's called. Okay, so executive summary. In the executive summary, you have the chance to sell yourself and your idea and give a clear and comprehensive, I think it might be account or something, of your business or product. What problem does it solve? Well, it's entertainment. It solves people's boredoms and people trying to escape on drugs and sleeping around because they can't bear to be with themselves. And what problem does it solve? Well, it creates bonding within people, families, friends, groups. If you're on a mega yacht, a super yacht, and the weather's bad and you're stuck on the harbour, well, the problem it solves there is that they're entertained, aren't they? For the size of a deck of cards, they've got an afternoon's entertainment, haven't they? So that solved that problem. Okay, what stage are you at with the patent or copyright protection? Okay, that's the only two things you need and you do need it to protect it so no one else can steal your idea. So even from the Dragon's Den, what stage are you at? So even today, when you're coming on, well, Rebecca, all I've got is a pen and a pad. That's what stage I'm at. That's exactly the stage you're supposed to be at. And that's what I said. You don't ever compare yourself to anyone or anything. Okay, what stage you're at, that's what you work at. It's fine, it's perfect. Whatever stage you're at, that blank piece of paper, I'm about there, aren't I? Well, that's fine, because that means I can fill it up to exactly to spec, exactly to specifications in it. Specifications, is that the right word? Okay, so copyright protections. See, now mine, do I need an IP? Or copyright or trademarks, because it's a product, but it's an idea. It's both. So what stage am I at? Am I at the research stage? Don't matter what stage you're at. Am I at the stage where I'm filling out the online form? Am I at the stage where I'm making a money transfer to pay me £100 for me trademarks? Am I at the stage where I'm going to Wendy's for 2 weeks to earn the money for my trademarks? Don't really matter. What stage you're at is perfect. You're at the right time and doing the right thing exactly, how it's meant to be and what you're meant to be. You're not behind, you're not in front, you're not anything. You're just perfect, just the way you are. Okay. Where are you up to with prototype or testing? So that was me. I have made it. I have made them. I've made the components. It is just out of old cereal boxes. That's where I got my green cardboard. My coffee lids where I got my gold. It could be anything, couldn't it? It could be absolutely anything. Well, I've made it. Had it in my head, I've drawn it on paper, I've made it out of cardboard, a bit amateurish, but so you can see what I'm talking about. I've given you that visual aid, haven't I? Okay, but no buts, there's no buts on this channel, except my butt. Ain't no looking. So, it's not on the laptop. That's where I stopped. Well, I'll stop now because really it needs to be, like virtual imaging now, doesn't it? So I could make 1 million board games all day long, but it's kind of going to get me nowhere. It is what I've done. But I'm saying, there comes to a point where, what point are you up to? What's your prototype? Have I got it on the computer? Could I ship it off to China? Could you make me these, board games? Okay. Describe sales in your business. Describe sales. If your business is trading, please supply any additional information you may feel may be useful. So, what am I testing? Describe my sales. Well, it's for a family, it's for adults, it's for online, it's for private, it's for countries, it's for cultures, it's for whatever it is for. Okay, that's that. Believe that at that. Plain piece of paper. Right, we haven't got too many. Right, I'm gonna have to like me roll up, aren't I? Right. Do you own? That was it. IP, intellectual property. That's what I was trying to think of a second ago. Right, so for mine, it's IP and trademark. It's a product and it's the idea behind it. Your IP is your imagination. I've got to pay money to protect my imagination, haven't I? Right. In my business thingy, are you allowed to smoke inside in your office? Or it's I bought loads of tobacco, save on cigs, saved £100. That's my flight out of here. Gone. Right, I'm not even going to say anything about that. Right, do you own all of your intellectual property in your business products? Well, I need to. I want to. It's my idea. It's my humour. It's my concept. It's my objective. It's my game. It's the way I want it to be. It could never be wrong. Yeah, do I own that? And then it's saying, for example, so I'll read it clearly so you can write it down or you can screenshot it. Do you own all of the intellectual property in your business, stroke products, stroke service? That's your business, your service. For example, the company logos and trademarks. If no, please give details. And that's a Dragon's Den. That's what they'd be asking. So then you ask yourself, well, do I own the company logo? You know, we've designed it in our book, haven't we? We've got our logo. That's ready for it. Have I protected it? You know, have I paid for the protection of it? You know, and that's your legal policies. Okay. Do I own it? Is it mine? Can nobody steal it off me? Ultimately, that's what all that's about. Right. Bear with me. Right. And oh God, you know, luckily for me, roll-ups always go out and they take about an hour and a half to smoke, don't they? Oh, it's got nothing even in it. Tobacco. Right. So if no, give details. And then for yourself, well, if you've not, so now you're talking to yourself now, aren't you? If no, please give details. Well, I've not. I didn't have the money. My logo's not complete. I'm not sure of the name of it yet. You know, and that's why. So then I've written down, I don't know what the name is. I've not really done my logo. I don't know where to find the information. It's actually 3 steps. And I go, well, design your logo. Think and brainstorm your name. Think of your name. You know, and where do I find out the information? We'll do a bit of research. So even if it looks like negative, this is, you know, I don't know. Well, what don't you know? I don't know where to get this stuff from. Well, I'll do research then, won't I? I'll go into the library. I'll go online. Well, then you've done it. So now it's yes, I have got my company logo. Yes, I have got the name. And yes, I have protected the intellectual property. You know, step by step or sit by sip. Enjoy life, sit by. Oh, right, it's not gone down, has it? Right, so that's that. I'm only giving you the titles, and I've not even talked about it. Do you have a written business plan? Well, yes, we do. Luckily for us, yes, we do. Yes, we do. Okay, if you've not, we'll do that now. And if we have, we will keep referring back to it for our own benefit. We'll take advantage and it'll benefit ourselves. Okay, blank piece of paper, honestly. Okay, why do you think your business product would make a good investment for the Dragons? So then you turn it to yourself. Why is it a good business for yourself? How is it going to profit me? Why do I think so? I'll read it again and I'll change it to me. Why do you think your business product would make a good investment for myself? Well, people do still play board games. People actually have board game tournaments. My son actually and his friend a couple of weeks ago, you know, local to here, there was like, is it like Yu-Gi-Oh cards? Or I think it was that. It might be something else. War of the, I can't remember now what it was. But like this tournament, they went to this tournament. I think I mentioned it last time. went to this tournament, paid whatever for a ticket, but in actual fact, when they were coming out, they got given a gift, everyone did, of like this pack of these cards. So basically their cost of the ticket actually got them, you know, a new game, you know. So why is it a good investment for myself? Well, people do want entertaining, people do want to have fun, people do want to play together. You know, people do want more options available to them. People do want to save on their electric bills. People do want to save that once they've bought the console, they don't have to keep buying game after game after game. It's a one-off buy. Why is it a good investment? You know, it could take me around the world. It could make me, it will take me around the world, and it will make a lot of money. You know, there's 8 billion people to buy. And that's what I'm saying about you coming onto my channel. Nobody can complain. You know, I wouldn't go into a shoe shop asking for a haircut and then next thing complaining I'm not getting a service. Well, why the fuck have you just walked into a shoe shop then? You know, and that's the same for myself, isn't it? You know, it's not everyone's cup of tea. What did it say, that one before? You know, name your negative things that might happen, what have you. Well, it isn't everybody's cup of tea, that's right. And cooking's not everybody's cup of tea. But out of 8 billion people, I'm sure, you know, it does appeal to people. It is desired by people. It is wanted by people. You know, it is in demand by people. And so I will supply it. Okay, so that's that one. Okay, have you been on television before? Oddly enough, I haven't really, but I was in the audience. Oh, this is a story. Right, hang on. Wait a minute. Right. I've not so much been on telly. I've been on a newspaper. Like in kindergarten, I was Mary Poppins, an excellent turned out performance, and I was Mary Poppins, and it was in the newspaper. Kickboxing, been in magazines, done like quite a few things, but that was like to do with that. But myself personally, no, I haven't been on television, and it does kind of explain why they want to know that. I'm just an applaud junkie. I'm just, you know, want my 5 minutes of fame. Okay, have I been on television before? Now, oddly enough, years and years ago, me and my 2 sisters, we got free tickets to Jeremy Kyle, a bit like Jerry Springer in the audience, a bit like Jerry Springer, right? Jeremy Kyle, I swear to God, the programme had finished and then he stood behind me doing this, like, and I'm on telly, I'm actually on telly, I swear to God, that's how, I promise you this is true. So, no, I've not really been on telly in my own rights. I was sat in the audience and the host of the TV show, obviously, because I stand out a mile, because I'm just so fit as fuck, aren't I? Stand out a mile. The host of the TV show, Jeremy, came and stood behind me. So I'm actually like on shot with Jeremy. It's just like me on telly in the audience. Ooh. Anyway, that was that. See you all next week. Thanks everyone for watching. See you next week. Have a good night. Thank you. Goodbye. See you next time. Done. The next thing, right? So me and my 2 sisters, very estranged family. Strange, Andy Strange, but anyway. And then he said, has anyone got any stories that they like to share, you know, in the audience? Has anyone else got any stories? And I don't know why, and I was like just stood there, and he was like looking at me, and I was like going, I looked like gone out, like I had no brain and I couldn't even think. And why I hadn't seen my oldest sister for years and years, and she'd like come back, met up on whatever, you know, social media platform, found each other again, and she came round for, you know, a couple of weeks and went there, blah, blah, blah. And then we ended up, that was one of our days out, let's go and see this show, got free tickets, you know, didn't cost us anything. I drove us down there, nothing. And like, why didn't I tell Jeremy that? Going, well, me and my sister, she's a home wrecking horse. She's like fucking went off because our mum's fucking mental. And why didn't we, you know, challenge our mother and bring our mum up here on the stage and ask her, why did she do that? You know what I mean? Like, you know, challenge her and let's get some answers out of our own mother. But I didn't even think to, or it wasn't about confidence. I just, I don't know. And even at the time, you know, God, why didn't I say anything? I don't even know. But have you been on on telly? Are you just looking for, your 5 minutes of fame, or a glory hunter, an applaud junkie? Or are you a genuine, innovative person that's like legitimately wanting to set up your own business, your own company, your own range, your own whatever it is that you're trying to do? Okay, so that's that one. Valerie, are you still there or what? Right. And have you applied to appear on any other business program? Well, I've not, and I've still not. I've not applied to one, from that day to this day forward, I've still not. Okay, it's just asking you. So that's like getting to, what's your true intentions behind this application? That's what that's about. So then you ask yourself, what are your intentions behind it? Why are you like applying to yourself? Why do I want this business? Well, I want to get myself out of this hellhole, out of this rat race, out of this, I'm at rock bottom, and, I want to create a new life for yourself. You apply it for yourself, to yourself, and for yourself. You take advantage and it benefits yourself. Okay, where did you most recently hear about the show? Well, if you're watching my live now, this is where you last heard about Dragon's Den, isn't it? We used to watch it, it was on Saturday night, whatever, mainstream time, mainstream channel, very famous programme. And then they kind of adapted it, did it, a US version, and other countries, it kind of went, don't know if it did go worldwide, I don't even know. So where did you most recently hear about the show? Don't really matter, if you're just kind of, you're just doing this for yourself. Where, let me think about this one. Well, I'll try and answer it as well. Where did you most recently hear about the show? Well, it was common, it was mainstream, it was, everyone knew about it. So because of this program, we knew we could design, create, develop, produce something, and we knew that there was investors out there for us, whether we use Dragon's Den, whether you use myself, I use myself and a contingency plan, so I'll fund myself, or your family, where did you hear about it? Well, heard about it mainstream. I understand that I can create something myself. I realise that I can invest in myself, produce it myself, and be successful and victorious in my own lifetime and my own rights. That's where we heard about it, and we're glad that we did hear about it, because now we know. And if you don't know, now you know. Won't say it, nigga. That song, it was on at the party. That's Biggie's song. I love that song. Don't know, now you know, nigga. Oh, I was going to sing it as well. You know who you are. Reach for the stars. That's what it is. Reach for the stars. Thanks, Biggie. I love you, man. I love you. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. Reach for the stars. Honestly, reach for the stars. You've got everything under the horizon, and it's yours for the taking. The world belongs to those who dare. Okay, have you applied to the show before? Well, no, we haven't. We haven't applied for the show, but I did. I did go on their site, and because I went on the site to apply for it, it made me realise that I didn't need to apply for it. I didn't need to, as yet, apply for this investment. And it made me have more confidence in myself, knowing that I could actually work through each and every step by myself. So have I applied to the show before? No, I didn't actually apply for it. I did do a bit of research for it, and it totally benefited myself and gave my master plan more structure and more orderly organisation. So I'm glad that I did. No, I didn't apply, but I know that is available to me. That's another option for my success, to get me to success. I know that's available to me. So that's a remarkable find. Okay, please use this section to tell us about yourself, background, previous business ventures, interest, hobbies, etc. Okay, that just is, it is what it is, isn't it? That's just is what it says on this tin. Like I said before, you might have a master's degree in carpentry, so we're straight to the super yachts, making the furniture, or I might have no prior experience, education, but I know how to use a hammer and a nail. I know how to progress. I know how to upgrade. I know how to get from first draft to second draft, upgraded, better, and eventually I will, accomplish and get to become, get to the point where I want to and get to become who I want to be. So, fill it out. Your hobbies and interests, that's you, innit? Your personality. I love doing this. I love doing that. I love doing the other, and more strings to your bow. And sometimes, because you know yourself and you learn things gradually and you kind of forget your own strengths, once you start writing them down, I had fun in nature, cooking, camping, traveling, playing games, well, next thing, you have written and looked at yourself objectively, looked at your strengths, looked at, what you're capable of, what you can offer to the world. And what is it? Let me think. About your gifts. You've got gifts, something like your purpose in life. Oh, what is it like? Is to find no, not your purpose. Like, the reason of your life is to find your gifts, the purpose of your life. So, I don't know what my purpose in life is. I don't know what my purpose in life is. Well, your reason for life is to find your gifts, find your identity back, find your personality back, find what makes you happy, now for your happiness, for your life. And your purpose in life is to share your gifts. So for myself, as an Aries, a bit risque, a wicked sense of humour, entertainment factors, an entertaining person, thespian, theatrical. Thank you very much. See you again. Thank you. Bye. Next. Could be like that at Wendy's all day long. I will embrace my personality. And anyone that says otherwise, I say no. And they can say that with a pinch of salt, can't they? God made us the way he made us. We're like snowflakes. Every one of us is different. Embrace yourself, embrace your personality. So, when you start writing more and more about yourself, I said about 10 things in one go, didn't I? Can't remember what I was going to say. Your interest, whatever, it thickens it up. And then you realise who you are. Whether you want to apply to Dragon's Den, I'm friendly, available, reliable, responsible, hardworking, can work as a team, can work independently. Whether you're telling, the panel on Dragon's Den because you want them in to invest in yourself, or you're writing this down and ultimately it's for yourself. Yeah, I'm a hard worker. I am a devoted worker. I am reliable, available, can work as a team, can manage a team, can lead a team, can blend in and work within a team. Well, then you start kind of recognising yourself and your traits, and, you remember who you are, don't you? All gone through this, what's it called? Amnesia. Okay. And now if you write this down, when you write this down, you start remembering who you are again, don't you? I am funny. I am, funny, humorous. I have got a good sense of humour. I am a bit risque. I do push boundaries more than others, and people, I do make people laugh, so they do relate. they do relate to, my humour. They'll laugh at my humour. They might not be able to tell the same joke, but, they relate to my humour. I'll tell you just a dead quick story. Right, I was at Wendy's the other day, finishing. I'm always on the clothes, mate. Always do the clothes. I pack it all up to charity. It goes to food banks, to food parcels, or to outlets that every one of us can get Wendy's at 70% off, okay? I always do the lates, take over from the girls in the morning, turn the place round, do our shift, close ourselves up, right? So I turned over, we've got literally 5 tables, few chairs, this bit of a booth area. Turn it over, quick sweep, takes literally 2 minutes. And I'd mopped, it takes like 2 minutes, Mrs. Mop, only takes 2 minutes. Anyway, right, now you come in like one door, but you come in the shop, come round, come towards the 3 tills, come towards the lot, and then go out. Okay, that's the way it goes. So you come in, right, so explain it again, right, not rocket science. Everyone does it, everyone knows it. Come in, pass like, sweet treats, whatever we're selling. Wendy's got our burgers, got our fries. Oh, no, we've got whatever. Salads, got the salads. Okay. In the fridge, we've got our, Coke, fridgy Coke, got our salads, got our sweet treats. You're walking past, come to us lot. We get your burgers, whatever. We're at Wendy's. Your cappuccinos, do you want any chocolate on that? Hot yums, do you want any chocolate sauce on that? Okay. And then you've got the condiment, your sugars and your stirrers, few tables, then you go out. Right. That's the way it is. It is what it is. Right. So I'd mopped up just like this half, thought, just do this half. When the customers come in, just go like, we had a little spill, just go over it, just stay on that side so you don't trip. But really, because I don't want them to walk on my clean floor. It only takes 2 minutes. This stuff, dead easy, 1 minute, done. Right. I absolutely swear to God, we had like 5 customers. Anywhere, I swear, individually, independently, 5 individual customers came in, and for some reason, and there's yellow cones up as well, like there's wet floor, yellow cones up the tables, chairs are all up on the tables. There's no way you couldn't have seen, like, that's like a danger spot now, isn't it? Safety. Right, so these 5, one at a time, came that way. So I went, oh God, yeah, I'll come round that way. And that's the way they should have gone in the first place, right? And they went, oh, just coming straight for the food. I went, oh, it doesn't matter, just, told this lad, listen, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it does actually, because now I've got to mop it again, even though I didn't really. Right, but that's the way they come out. And I can't believe the one day that I'd mopped, customers came that way. They never go that way. So it was like, oh, irony. I don't believe in coincidences, right? So then my personality, so I told this one lad off, then the next time, like, really, all I'm saying, I don't want you to break your neck, do it. It's Friday, I want you to have a good weekend. And so then, the guy's fine, no one even cares, right? Or not bothered, not offended, not personal, it's just me. Fuck God, not swearing, what do it this way. Yellow cones, wet floor, watch yourself. This way. That's the way you come in. I was looking for food. Oh, it don't matter. Come on in. Just come on in anyway. What can I get you? How can I help you? Right. So then the last lad that did it, right, this gorgeous young lad, right, gorgeous, attractive, gorgeous young lad came in, and he came that way, so went, whoa, what are you doing? You're like climbing over yellow cones. I went, that's the way in, isn't it? So then he's like, oh, I'm so sorry, no, it don't even matter, just watch it, you don't slip in it, what can I get you? Anyway, so he asked whatever he asked for, so got him whatever I got him for, did it in the till, ding, 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 one of them, cash, right, and he paid cash, right, cash, give me his £10 note, £5 note, whatever it was, right, and he had his change in my hand, right, so I had his change in my hand, right, so then as I put it in his hand, right, I had his change, and I caught hold of his fingers. So because I'd caught hold of his fingers, he kind of like held my hand a bit, right, so this is my person. Available, approachable, friendly, hardworking, of service, there for the people. So I'd caught this young lad's fingers, didn't give me his change, kind of caught his fingers. He grabbed hold of me, so we're not quite holding hands, but kind of we had a grip of each other. So I just like pulled him and went, right, will you go out that way? So then he just started laughing. Had his hand. Come on, let him out that way. That's me, a leader, true Aries, first in the first house. Leader, we were here first, weren't we? And I'm April the 1st. You couldn't get more first than that. Spring, we spring out of bed, Aries. We do spring out of bed. What season we were born into? Got his fingers. Come on, go out that way. Because he started stepping back. Come on. He just started laughing. Let me gently guide him out, And then, he was like laughing, smiling, buzzing, dead happy going out. I was like laughing at that point. He was like laughing, and I'd made his day. He'd coming in, hungry, wanting food, and gone out like, loved the service, loved the interaction with the girls. Me, I was the girl at that time. Said about his day. So embrace your personality, look at yourself objectively. Well, I need to change that, or I need to keep hold of that. It is a real strength. I do relate to people. I can make people laugh. I can make people laugh. And boyfriend says it, leave them like with my lingering energy, an energy that then he took out with him because he was still smiling. My energy was lingering. He probably told his mate or his girlfriend or his mum or whatever. Do you know this girl? And she called me fingers. I'll give me a change, called her fingers. And she pulled me out of the shop, whatever. That energy, leave them with a bit of yourself. I left him with a little bit of a laugh, bit of a giggle. Was told off, get off my floor, can't you see the yellow cones? There wasn't any hard feelings. He took it, exactly the way I gave it to him. And that was that. It wasn't any battle of the will. It was just, it was what it was. So, what are your hobbies? What are your interests? What are you like? What is your background? Funny, humour, entertaining, hardworking, studious, can do research, can make my skills up to date so I can apply them to all this and make it very real, make it actualisation. Right, blank page. Have you ever been bankrupt or been disqualified from being director of a company? Well, no, luckily for me, I haven't. And, to be honest, I'm not quite sure, how it goes on to your next venture. I think if you've been bankrupt once before, well, two things. Would someone not invest in it yourself? Right, I didn't do it properly. I didn't get the right foundations. I didn't prepare. I was ill prepared. Didn't prepare myself properly or rightfully. So I was bankrupt at one point. I wasn't. If you've just logged on now. So then it makes you very aware of how not to become bankrupt. Well, we're getting an accounts team in. When I'm writing my till, my spreadsheet, it's easy to run Wendy's till because it's all there. But when I'm designing my own till, my own spreadsheets, are they relevant? Are they in fitting in guidelines? Is it the right body? Am I following the right legal body or whatever it's going to be? So it's not always a bad thing, is it? I've been bankrupt. No. I've been bankrupt. Yeah. Well, she's a bit of a liability. Well, I'll prove actually that I'm not. Or I've been bankrupt. Yeah. And it was because of A, B, and C. So now I'm going to put a lot more focus, a lot more attention. I'll succeed. Okay, director of a company. If you've run your own house, I dare say it's the same. You've got your incoming, you've got your incoming, and you've got your outgoings, haven't you? Your one-off buys and your regular things going out. So have you been a director of a company? Well, I've run my own house with dependents, and I say the same. What's coming in? How much does it cost? What's going out? Did I make any money with my contingency plan at Wendy's? I make enough for the bills. I've got a little bit left over, so I can buy the stuff that I need for the master plans. My profit, wouldn't it? That would be my profit margin. Okay, and then that's what I can calculate, estimate, and add into my calculations, can't I? Right, Joe, it is a good job. Roll-ups go out. Right, 3 hours, 25604 456. Done it again. Right, blank page. Right, please indicate any dates that you will definitely not be available for filming. I'm available for filming every day. Egotistical maniac. Okay, if you want a job doing, do it yourself. Nobody else could do my channel, no matter how much you kind of, try and convince them all, what have you. Do it yourself. We're always available, aren't we? Crying all day. I'm up all night. I'm a night owl. We'll sit and draw your logo at night. And do your sellotaping, while you're upset over the process. It's why you'll never fail. Never, ever, ever fail. Okay? Not having in faith, realisation, realise that. You've got to realise that. Right, this was so that was the 15 or 21 steps from Dragon's Den 1.8. Okay, so now went on to Innovate Designs when I sent it off. So this was like the 15 things. Oh, but it's sniff. Hang on, do I need to blow my nose? Right, after having an idea, right, so now this is again your next title. I got this from someone else. Hang on, I'm just going to quickly get some tissue and quickly blow my nose. Hang on, that was a chair pulling back. Hang on. Oh, I should have left you on the hang on, shouldn't I? Hang on, wait a minute. Hang on, just going to quickly blow my nose. Hang on. Right, wait there. Hang on 1 second. Right, I'm coming. Oh, right. Right, here I am. Right, pull myself in. Pull that back down. There we go. Right, so, we have nearly finished. I think there's like 15, right. I'll try and just speed it up a little bit. Okay, but I will try and give you like a little bit of, to thicken it up. But this is for yourself. You write the title in your book or on your piece of paper, and then you give yourself a spare piece of paper or two to work with. You've only ever got to do this once. And you're the beneficiary of all the answers. You're doing it for yourself, okay? So we move on. Okay. After having an idea for a new product, it's hard to know where to start. How to make your product to scale. Okay. Stands to reason. How big's my board game going to be? How big's the box going to be? How big are the components going to be? How big is my dice and my die and my popper going to be, to scale? So that book, and I showed you a minute ago, all them books, well, that's not to scale. Excuse me, that's not to scale, is it? It's massive. It's like A4 and an A5 on top. And that's just to make it like more clearer, easy to kind of see, to visualise. Excuse me. That's just like to make it a bit clearer. But, once that's first draft, and it's massive. The board games, massive, aren't they? But to scale, once it's digitally done and printed, well, then it becomes smaller. Your font, the writing of it, well, that's the size of my writing, isn't it? But if it's typed, well, obviously it's a lot smaller. You fit in a lot more than I fitted on there, so to actual scale. how to make your product to scale. Well, it doesn't have to be perfect at first. You just have to put it down. You just have to imagine it, create it, design it, draw it, get it kind of on paper, and then you adapt it from there. Well, it needs to be made smaller. The lettering needs to be made smaller. The picture on the game needs to be made sharper, brighter, and more detailed, and fitting in better. Okay, make it scale. So, and that's about your first draft, your second draft, your third draft. Don't matter where you start from. It can be adapted, can't it? I need more pages. I need less pages. I need more steps. I need less steps. Okay, how to sell it commercially through retail stores and supermarkets. Okay, so that's the next title. How to sell it commercially through retail stores and supermarkets. Well, who is shelving them, who's stocking them, and who's selling them in the first place? Well, if you find 10 supermarkets that's already existent that already sells board games, well, you've got an open pitch, haven't you? Or if you go, to a supermarket and they don't sell board games, well, you could be the pioneer for that genre, can't you? Well, have you thought about selling board games? This could get you a lot of customers. If everyone knows that my board game's in your supermarket, well, you're going to attract a lot more customers, aren't you? Because they're going to, you're supplying it, so they're going to come and follow it, aren't they? Okay, something like that. How to sell it commercially. Well, we can put an advert in a magazine, in a newspaper. We can put it on all the platforms online. How to sell it commercially. I could open up my own shop, couldn't I? Have my own market stall, have my own location. Okay, how to sell it, your own location, your own market stall, other shops that are already selling it, shops that aren't already selling it, the supermarkets that are or aren't selling it, the games shops, the games stores, that, that's what they're selling, So that was 10 ideas straight away, and that's without even thinking about it. So I've just written my 10 ideas there. Okay, next time I come back to it, or when I've spoke to my friends or my family or, whoever, well, they've got 5 more ideas. Oh yeah, I never thought about that. I could sell it on holiday resort shops. I could sell it in holiday resort centres. I could sell, so on and so forth. It's infinity. It's eternal. It's under the horizon. It's everywhere. Okay. Within the pitch pack service, help develop the brand to appeal to our target market. Okay, so my mates who don't leave the house with no friends don't want to buy a board game because it'll just be collecting dust, won't it? Okay, so I'll develop it to make an online version, and they'll have to pay to play because it's an interactive game and you're playing with each other. And that's how I'll brand it out, how to develop it. Well, I've got a family version, so everyone can play it. It's non-offensive, it's, family friendly, it's available to anybody, everybody's included. And I can develop it to just a baby version, which I have done, and it's sensory play. It's bigger components, made out of a different material, so toddlers that are teething can be chewing on it, playing on it, recognising it. It's very bright, it's very colourful, it's very vibrant, it's very appealing, and it's very inviting, and as soon as they see it, they kind of want to go and run and go and get it. Okay, so within the pitch pack service, help develop the brand to appeal to our target market. Okay, and the adult version, well, if I'm saying it's an adult version, it couldn't get more adult version if I tried. Well, I'm just sat here by myself with my pen and paper, being a very serious, hard-working woman by myself, not doing any of the things that are on that board. That's between me and you, though. That's between me and you. Okay, plain piece of paper, that's us. Okay, provide engaging presentation material to present the idea professionally to production facilities and purchasing executives. So that's your pitch, and do it. Do it. Do it. It's going in your head. It's going in my head over and over, repetition. And, it saves electric, it keeps families together, it takes up little room. I've got a kids version, and it's the massive floor size version, for hotels, for hospitals, for schools, for nurseries, for community centres, right. I'm pitching it now, aren't I? I'm pitching it. It saves electric, blah, blah, blah. It's all them kind of things. And as I go on, and then I think of something else. What else? Oh, yeah, it's... how else? Yeah, adults. It's for adults as well, isn't it? And then there's more, and then there's more, and then you think of more and more, and you keep writing them down. You pitch. It saves electric. You've only got to buy it once. It's a one-off purchase. Everyone can save money. And and I think of that, and I can make it personal to you. I can sell it to the royal family for £1 million, can't I? For their private one, can't I? And then there's more, and I could do a Spanish one, couldn't I? I could do a Brazilian one, a French one, a German one, an Italian one, an American one, an Australian one, and then there's more and there's more and there's more. And the more you kind of getting clarity to this, whether it's going to happen or not, this pitch, you're getting it very, very clear in your head. So when you actually do come to present it to the game shop, you know exactly what you're talking about, and you appear and come across as a more competent, person who knows your product inside out. So that stands to reason. Right. Offer contact details for key manufacturers that can produce the product at scale. So the real deal. I've sent it off to China. Wrote to this guy, the little guy in China. I got a game, blah, blah, blah. Sent me the email back, blah, blah. Right, forget it. It doesn't even matter, At least, did it. Okay, so the contact details, we've got that in our business plan template, haven't we? Okay, so we have got contact details, the email address, the SIM card that's only used for business purposes. If you've got a location, and you've got all the policies for that. Is it safe? Has it got a step? Has it got a ramp? Is everything visible? Is your CCTV got the sign up that they're on camera? All these things. So what's your contact details? Okay, scopes of work. Oh, I've got a word missing there. Right. Market research into relevant market, competitors, expectations. Market research into relevant market. What does that say? What does that say there? Market, I don't even know. Market research into relevant market. What did we say? Target areas, I don't know. Competition, market research, competitors, expectations. So we have gone over this in the business template. Competitors, well, theirs looks drab and boring and non-appealing. Ours looks vibrant and popping in it. Okay, expectations. Well, I've said it's funny, so now you're all expecting, is it going to make you laugh? What are the expectations? Market research into the relevant market. Okay, next one. I am going to go, oh, look, I give myself loads of paper here, say. Must have had a lot of ideas for that one. Right, identification of available off-the-shelf packaging solutions and technology. Your design, it's your design, so it can't be wrong. How big do you want your box? What colour do you want your box? You know, the price of your box. Are you going to offer reductions when it first comes out? Or I'm never going to do that. What I'll do is, well, if you buy my products at the full retail price, I will throw in a travel version for free. I'll throw in a gift for free. When it's Christmas, buy the adult version. You get a free piece of jewellery with mine. You get a free gift with it, free cufflinks, a free bracelet, a free necklace. You know, and that's like my selling strategy, isn't it? I'm never going to reduce the price. It's always going to cost what it's going to cost. But what I will do every now and again, throw in a free gift, the travel version, the jewellery, whatever it's going to be. You know, identifying of availability, off-the-shelf packaging, solutions, technology, solutions. So my giving away free gifts will get people's attention, won't it? Identification of the technology, your design, your logo, your lettering, your fonts, your size, off-the-shelf packaging. What does everyone else's boxes look like? Has it got a picture of the actual board game on the box? Or is it just like giving you like the idea of the game, what you're about to play? You know, if it was like an animal game, you know, and the game might be full of cats, dogs, you know, birds, fish, snakes, whatever, you know, whatever your pet is, whatever your animal is. Well, on the front, I might have a picture of the actual board game, like on the box, or I might just have a little fluffy dog, a little purring cartoon cat, a little, you know, bird whistling in the corner, you know, yeah, what's the packaging going to look like? Well, that's totally up to me, isn't it? Okay, blank page. Development of branding and packaging with one round of amendments. Right, yeah, so this is when I sent it off to that design. So they're saying, send us your final draft in it with room for like one more final complete draft. So I've got the colour, I've got the lettering, got the pictures, got the idea, got the concept, got the safety elements, got the price on it, you know, got the barcode, whatever it is. That's exactly how I want it. Okay, room for improvement. Well, you know, make your safety guidelines more visible, more colourful, more bigger. You know, that's that one final draft, isn't it? And you know, you're doing it for yourself, so you are on your final draft. What do you want it to look like? And then look at it objectively. Oh yeah, I should make the safety features, the safety warnings a lot more visible and easier to recognise, easier to see. Okay, right, 1 second. Like, oh, it does go out, but I'm not even bothered. It's done me a favour. Right, identification of up to 3 appropriate factories with the capabilities to manufacture the products with details of an appropriate point of contact for each. Now, this is your own research. Who does produce board games? Now, I luckily, like, well, I'll tell you too, I've been on, like, so forget the one in China now, that was like 2 years ago, done and dusted, okay? And I have been on doing the research online. These people make a board game, put in your details. Right, well, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3. These places are available. Everything, every part of this process, I never have to worry about how, everything. And as soon as I realise that everything's available to me, I will have faith in myself. You know, forget, you know, don't need to have hope or faith. You realise that you can do it. And, you know, everything that you need is available. Right. Now, last week, the week before, whatever it was, and my son came round and I passed him the book. That's the complete book there, son. So now all you need to do is do page, like, that's the pages, and then you swap it. That's your draft. That's exactly how it's going to be. And you now do your final draft. That's your second final draft, penultimate draft. You now do your final draft. That's it, right. So when my son was there, and him in 2 minutes got his phone out straight away, went to these production factory. That's the size, that's the shape, that's the binding, that's the colour, double printed. And he got the quote, £36. It was done like that. Wait a minute. He did it in 2 minutes flat. Okay, so you've only got to do these things once, the research once, and if that's, the price he got quoted for one particular book printing service, well, then he goes to the next one. Can I have a quote, please? Next one, another quote, please. Next one. And then you get the best quality, the best price, and the best exactments of your requirements. And that's how you make your decision making, another superpower. Right. Excuse me. Right, that's how. Right, we have nearly finished. Right, I'll just try and speed it up. Okay, I'm not even bothered. I'm getting a little bit hungry, I must admit. And I'm just having a quick... Is it gone out? No, it's not. Right, so the next one. Comprehensive report providing advice and information. See, and I've not even read these phrases. That's why we're doing it together. Real people, real time, and it's for yourself. You apply this for yourself. If you come on my channel, this is what you're gonna get, and you're doing it for yourself, for a life, your dream life. Okay, so comprehensive report providing advice and information on next step in terms of availability, protection, working with factories and selling your products. Okay, so really we've covered all our bases, haven't we? We've done our market research. We know our target market. We've done a little bit of research into, the unlimited factories that are providing the service of, printing out books, etc. Different bindings, different colours, different fonts. It's all online. You send your image in, you just move in, imaging and selling your products. Where we're selling it, okay, we've got our t-shirts, walking down the road, the neighbours, the family, the friends, the online, the shops, the competitors, where we're selling our products. I'm going to be on a mega yacht selling travel versions all around the world. Many true words spoken in jest. Okay, deliverables, presentation material. Right, so now this is what they were saying. We can do this ourselves. A3. Presentation material detailing the key selling points of our products and relevant packaging specifications. So we've created, we've designed, we've somewhat produced this book. Stay there. Here I come. I get that one. No, I won't. I get this one. Get this one. Right. So this was the book. Okay, nothing in there whatsoever. Okay, I've just done the pages. Okay, presented. So I now could present that. It's a book that's out of scale. Okay, now we know, because of my key chart, the black means it's not complete. Cable ties. Okay, so... but you can see it now, can't you? You can see it's a book. You can see how it's going to be bound together. You can see roughly how many pages it's going to be. You can see, what it's about. So that's not exactly right, but we've made something, haven't we? We've had the idea, we've had the creative idea, we've kind of put pen to paper and drawn it how we'd like it. We've thought about the pages, what we'd want out of it. And we've knocked up a kind of the actualisation, visualization, so it's easier for people to kind of see it and feel it and touch it, because not everyone can imagine it in the first place, and not everyone can imagine it the way you're imagining it. So it's like to offer clarity, to give them the picture. There's the picture, that's what I'm talking about. So that's that one. Okay, detailed report providing advice and information on next steps in terms of availability, protection, working with factory, selling your products. So it's just getting more and more in depth, isn't it? Okay. And by doing this repetition, you're getting clarity in your head and you're realising how simple it is, how easy it is, how the breakdown of steps are very, very simple, and you can complete and do each step, can't you? And that's realisation. You can do it. You can do this. Very much in the same way I can. How? Well, I'll just get some cardboard, plastic wallets, cable ties, done. Someone else, put it straight on the laptop, folders, files, move the images, done. There's no ever worry about how you're going to do it. Okay, that's not even part of your consideration. Okay, electric copies of presentation material in high and low revs. So now it's essential digital skills, isn't it? So I've got in my mind, I had the game. God gave me the download. I was able to draw it on a whiteboard. Me and my granddaughter drew it on a whiteboard. It's going to look something like this. Then I've drawn it properly on card, on, paper, should I say. And then I've actually put the boards together, made the boards, created the, picture, created the actual game and the components. So it's getting more and more thicker, more established, more recognisable. It looks like a board game, doesn't it? So now from there, I didn't need to do any of that. Or for myself, how do I do it? Well, that's how I needed to do it. The next person might be able to just, on a laptop, square board, that's the picture, move that image, draw that image, put the game on, put the die on, put the parts on, It's all online. For myself, you can see it. I could picture it now. Take my board. I've made even, carries, big, massive, like what students have, for their projects and stuff, like a big, massive, not a suitcase, like a briefcase, massive one to accommodate my games. I'll show it in 3D. It's on the table. You can touch it, you can feel it, you can play with it. Okay. And you can just put it straight on the computer, can't you? Okay, so then they get the idea of it, and then it's ready for the factory. It's ready to be printed out. But for myself, how I like to see it. I want to touch it. I want to be able to amend it, to edit it. I'm going to change that layout. Going to change the whatever layout. I'm going to add more to it. I've got dollar signs everywhere. I've got diamonds on it now on the die. That my jewellery that are for Rebecca. Well, that's not my die, isn't it? It's covered in diamonds, covered in gold, isn't it? Added onto it. Okay. Whereas on the computer, a digital device, you've got it, you can add it, take that off, put it on, whatever. But, ultimately it needs to go on there, doesn't it? Help. Okay, original, editable artwork, files on logo, preliminary packaging design. So that's your design, your logo, your box. your game, your book, your whatever it is you're doing, you know, your restaurant sign, your restaurant menu, your restaurant layout, the original one that you'd pitch that I'd gone to Dragon's Den with. Right, I want a restaurant. It's called Rebecca's Restaurant. That's the logo. The name's Rebecca's Restaurant. That's like, the shop front, and that's going to be on all my serviettes, all my plates, all my, whatever it is. But that's the original editable artwork. I'm reading 2 words in one go. Right, we are nearly finished, I promise. Oh God. Right, I'm just going to read this. I think I am sure. Right, I'm going to take that. Right, I'm not hiding, I'm moving them because it's got the name of my actual game on it. So I'm not, I'm not going to show you that. That's trademark, your IP, intelligence, property, your IP, your brain. You're protecting and paying for the rights of your own brain. Okay, additional information, existing artwork or specific text you wish to be included on the packaging must be provided by you before commencement of this stage. Okay, and that's yourself. Have it clear in your mind on paper. It's recognisable. You know what you're talking about. You can see it. You can see it yourself. Your product, your service. It's a honey track service. I'm going to follow them. I'm going to video them. I'm going to take photos of them. I'm going to install cameras into the apartments that they go into. I'm going to dress myself up and go to the clubs where they're at and act like I'm hitting on them. That's my 6 services. So I've made like a price list now, haven't I? Okay, it's anything. It's whatever relates and applies to yourself. Existing artwork or specific text you wish to be included on the packaging must be provided by you before the commencement of this stage. Okay, recommending barcodes, any regulatory marks, so that's like your safety, whatever, to be developed once you have selected a factory to work with. To maximise value, we recommend you have finalised your product name before this stage is undertaken. That was one of the first things we did, didn't we? Make it snappy. Snappy's, Sally's, shakes. Okay, adjustment of the design may be required for volume manufacturer. Okay, that's just a mistake, right? They were going to do all this, £2,880. I got the figure wrong before, didn't I? I think I said 4,800. Either way, £3,000, £2,880. Okay, could take 35 days. Well, I'm sure all them stages I can do in 35 days. Even as far as a web page, I'm sure within 35 days, me and my mates, I'm sure somewhere along the line we can kind of come up with something, can't we? Might take longer if challenges arises, and that's like everything in your hiccups, your little setbacks, 1 step forward, 2 steps back, okay? But we still push through, we keep going. Failure, success and failure. You can only success by failure. So I got the logo wrong. It don't stand out. People can't read it. Well, that's failed. Well, that's great for me because now I'll redesign it. I'll make it more popping. I'll make it 3D. I'll make it stand out more, and I'll make the name stand out more. So that's benefited me, hasn't it? Okay, that's the end of that. Right, I've got these last few. I've got to be careful because the actual name is there. So, is there any more? Right, that's nothing. That's just a blank page. Okay, cover that up. Okay, one new product known as, put your name, project title. These are our master plans. Done. Okay, that's my blank page. Just got to be careful, it has got the name on it. That's the blank page. Okay, gonna cover that, so use that to cover that. Okay. Describe your idea, including how the user benefits. How, well, they have fun, they're entertained, they bond with each other, they save money, and, you know, it keeps them entertained on a rainy day, doesn't it? That's that one. Okay. Who would buy this product? Well, people that like playing games, people that want to be entertained, the owners of mega yachts. So they've got this available to all the chartered guests. You know, who would buy it? Either the owners of the mega yachts, or the, you know, people have them family owned. So the family might want to buy them. The charter guests might want to buy them. You know, who wants to buy this product? And, you know, I say that about, you know, mega yachts, super yachts, and, you know, it takes up, you know, minimum amount of space. Same, you know, for people that are living in, you know, limited spaced, you know, housing, wherever they're living, if they've got limited, you know, space. They might have children as well, you know, and, you know, be limited for storage space within, you know, a limited housing size. So that's who I'll be, you know, that's who who will be buying this product, and it'll keep the kids entertained all the summer holidays, all the rainy days. And once it's a one-off buy, you know, that's it. It's done. It's free. It's free to play over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. You know, that's that one. Right. Done. Oh, here, right. Last page. Right. Last page. Last page. Diagram and or sketch. So draw your design. So we come back to pen and paper, don't we? Bam, damn, like damn. Done it. Okay, I am going to leave it at that. Do hit the like button, interact with me. And, you know, thanks for the comments, you know. Oh, honestly, Highway Explorer, I loved your channel. You know, you had whatever subscribers you had and whatever videos you had, and that bacon and sausage, honestly, send me off. I'm peckish now. I'm ready for is it my lunch? Is it my dinner? I've got my 2 meals that I know I'm going to have today. One's... sausage rolls and tomatoes. Dead easy. Right, thank you for hitting the like button. Interaction in games, interaction, entertainment, interaction, services, interaction. That's what it's all about. Say algorithm now, don't they? And then later I've got a chicken and black bean sauce. That's what I've got later. Okay, so I've got my couple of meals prepared, couple of snacks. I had a little bite before I started because otherwise my stomach's going to be rumbling, and got my coffee. So enjoy life. One sip at a time. Enjoy life one sip at a time. Okay, so I'm gonna go. So you know, you do have to do it from like a bit of a happy state of place, a happy state of mind, a happy state of being. You know, you can't do it if you know, well, you can do it if you're in the pits of despair. Find the things that, you know, cheer you up. So for me, watching Below Deck and watching Cheaters you know, that cheered me up a little bit. So I kept my vibe high. And then, you know, you are more creative. And your identity, all the stigmas and the things that people have tried to, you know, they've tried to attach all these things to you. She's this, she's that, she's the other, she's not this, she's not that, she's not the other. You know, you take all that away and you come back to your own identity. Who are you? You know, embrace your personality. Embrace, you know, and perfect your personality. Embrace your personality. and re-find your identity, all the way through your life, your schooling, your workplace, your family members, them horrible fucking neighbours next door. God, no, I'm not an aggressor. I'm actually just standing up for my own boundaries. I'm not the aggressor. What is it in the Bible? About trespassing against us. Well, I look like the aggressor that's trespassing against them because I keep shoving the fence back. But in actual, shouldn't be revengeful, but they're trespassing against me, really, to try and take my garden into their equation, innit? Well, get my garden out of your equation and leave me fucking fences alone, leave me trees alone. You can imagine your garden. Luckily for me, I've got a landscape garden. It was a designed landscape garden. Next door, haven't, theirs is, shit, that's fine. Imagine their garden. They have now got a fire pit, a fire square thing that's rustic. I'm looking at it right now. That's why I'm talking about it. But, I come across as the aggressor, but really I'm just saying, well, actually, I'm not being trespassed against me. And, you design your garden however you want. I've 1,000 clowns doing acrobats around your garden for all I care, but don't take my garden into your equation or consideration, all that kind of stuff. So the stigma, she's an aggressor. No, I'm not. I'm just not letting people trespass against me. It's a very different thing. But, she's an aggressor. She's an aggressor. No, she's not. She's just not being trespassed against. It's in the Bible. Amen. Right. I will leave that at that. Oh, that's a bit of food for thought for you. Just follow it to the letter. Don't worry about what I'm doing, and who I am and all that kind of stuff. You completely apply it to yourself. You write it down. You keep going back to it, whether you present it on Dragon's Den or whether you're getting clarity and, making it really clear in your own mind. But, realization, you realize that you can do it, and, as soon as you realise it, the happier you'll be. Have I got anything else to say? I don't think I forgot too much today, did I? For once. Just as soon as you realise it, you can do it. But the world's your oyster. The world belongs to those who dare, and you're capable of anything, and everything is under the horizon. And realise it. Perfect your personality, because that's what's going to get you to success and victory. And find your true identity, strip away all the she's aggressive, she's what have you. No, I'm not. I'm just standing up for my boundaries, and I'm prepared to stand up and, because if you weren't doing it to me, if some young little family lived there that let you walk all over them, well, you'll learn from me that you're not going to trespass against others, so, be your authentic self, be selfish. That, the example I gave before, and that realization. Well, don't hope that I love you. Don't have faith that I love you. Realize that I love you. Feel very differently in yourself, and you treat, me more differently, or be very, very selfish. Well, if you're coming at it with that attitude and, you're this, you're that, you're the other, well, you're going to have someone coming crying, makeup everywhere, looking a fucking hot mess. Whereas, if you're polite, kind, constructive, helpful, encouraging or whatever, well, you're going to get someone who's, more enthusiastic, more eager, more active, all these things. So I do wish you well. I know you can do it. There's no doubt in my mind. And this is for anybody, rich, poor, left, right, indifferent, whatever. It's for anyone that wants to change the life. That blank canvas, in it, we're the blank piece of paper, aren't we? Right, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank God. I thank God, pray to God. Please stay with me. Help me through this. Help me to help others. Here of service, that what I said before, you find your gifts, like not the purpose. The reason for your life is to find your gifts. The purpose of your life is to share them gifts in it. So, Valerie from Netherlands, I do hope you've taken heed. I do hope you've, jotted it all down. It is for yourself. Go over and over and over and over and over it again. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you. It's not a piece of skin there, isn't it? But I won't pull off. Right, just fiddled with it then. Thank you very much for joining me. I know it was very, very long, but trust me, you've only got to do it once. You've only got to, follow. I've put it all together in the playlist. So even if it takes, what's this, 3, so then 4, should I say, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, even if it takes 10 hours to jot it down, and then another 10 hours to fill out the first draft, another 10 hours to amend it, another 10 hours to upgrade it, 30 hours, 40 hours. People can do that in a week, can't they? But the final and the final thing is, you've only ever got to do it once. You've only got to do it once. Your system, you are good at other people's systems. You go to work every day and are great at your jobs and brilliant on the till and brilliant on the till. But and I'm brilliant on the till. And can I create my own till? Can I create my own system? Because that's what you're doing, aren't you? Creating your own system. Get yourself out of all these nonsense systems and get yourself out of the matrix. Right, gonna love you and leave you. Gonna have a bite to eat, have a drink, finish this roll up. Right, I'm not even gonna show you. Right, so heavy chain smoker. I'm on half a roll up every 4 hours. I'll let you be the judge of that. You can make your own mind up. Right. Have a brilliant day. Do have a great day. It's a beautiful day out there. The window's a bit dirty. Hang on. The window's a bit dirty. It's dead sunny. It's a beautiful day outside. Sun shining. It's golden. Breathe in gold. Breathe out gold. Meditation. Walks with nature. Don't get distracted. Yeah, the difference between being distracted and being busy. I go out every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday night, getting drunk, leathered, we have a right laugh. Well, you're just distracting yourself from your own life because you might not like to be at home by yourself, thinking. You don't have to think, do you? Right. Put your thinking caps on. Right, I'm definitely going to go. Right, in God we trust. The resurrection, Jesus rose from the dead. God brought him back from the dead. So no matter where you are, what you're up to, what stage of your life, whatever, you are the resurrection. It's you. You are the resurrection, and you need to realise that. Okay. I'm going to leave it at that. Right. I love you so much, God. Right. Have a great day. God rose again for us. Couldn't get worse than death. So, right. Thank you, God. Right. I'm going. Amen. Amen.